Hey there, welcome to GSPN's 2024 NBA Draft Show. I am Ty Windish of the Eurostep, joined by Hornets expert and Cruising for a Bruising and Brewers expert, host Andrew Snyder, ready to get his heart broken here, probably on this tremendous stage, and also on the Eurostep, my lovely co-host Rohan Kadi, heartbreaker, not heartbroken. Rohan, how's it going, fellas?
Great. I'm here to talk about Charlie Condon, Jack Caglione, and no, I'm not here to talk about those guys. The baseball draft coming up pretty soon. Maybe I'll do a
Oh,
solo live stream. I'm not actually going to do that, but maybe I will. Yeah,
maybe.
Hornets. The Hornets fandom, for anyone that's listened to GSPN Premium knows that it's hanging by a thread for me. Uh, if they would maybe draft Buzelis and I don't know, sign and trade Miles Bridges to the Pistons, that could really, make me feel a lot better. But I'm ready. I'm ready to be the sad clown for entertainment purposes.
Don't say clown.
What is that? Paga, what is it? Paga something? The sad
Uh,
clown
my
has a name. Pagacelli?
I know what you're talking about, but I'm not
Rohan
exactly
doesn't.
sure. Jordan would know if he was on here because I think it's a Seinfeld restaurant or reference. Is it
Oh, is it?
Pavarotti? Pavarotti, does that sound right?
No, isn't that like an actual famous? I don't know. Well, we lost Rohan. Rohan Seinfeld was a show in the 90s where Jerry Seinfeld dated someone. It doesn't matter.
Younger than me?
Yeah, wait, yeah, by a lot. What are your thoughts on the draft, Rohan? We're way out of bounds here.
I think this is definitely going to happen. I mean, that's my thoughts on the draft because
What
this
a take.
this draft, if you've been listening to our coverage and leading up to the draft, I've been consistent in saying and I'm not the only one, obviously, but this draft is going to be a wild time, right? We have some reports of some risers, some fallers, even this late in the process as the draft is kicking off now. But it's just who knows what's going to happen? Who knows? The best prospect's probably not going to go number one.
I think that is almost a sure thing at this point. So for everyone watching, in the past we have like had a stream of the draft we reacted to, but since we're the show tonight, baby, we're the main event. Later, Jordan Tresky as well. We are going to be reacting to what we see come in from reports. So I don't know if we want to call this yet exactly, but Woj did drop 16 minutes ago
And
a
Shams too.
video. Oh, did Shams drop it too?
Yeah.
Where did you see? Did he say it on his show or did he
Yeah,
tweet?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Hawks closing in on Zachary Rissache for the number one pick. The wrong Frenchman, according to one Rohan Kadi. Rohan, why is this the wrong pick?
I mean, I think Sar is just clearly the better prospect, right? I mean,
Yeah, I think so.
in this draft, I mean, there's not like an A plus plus level guy, right? There's just not. I think Sar's pretty close to like an A type prospect, right? Like if you think about just a giant guy who can do everything on the basketball court, theoretically,
I'm thinking Zach Edey when you say that.
I'm not thinking Zach Edey when you say that, when I say that. But
Newmark
that's
turned off the
like
stream.
that's Alex Sarr. Like I don't understand what the fuss is. Uh he didn't work out for the Hawks for some reason. Maybe he really wanted to go play with Malcolm Brogdon in Washington. He knew that trade was coming. And like who knows? But it looks like he's gonna be a wizard. Unless something crazy happens.
Hey man, the Wizards have been active. That's for sure. Maybe the Hornets are going to trade up to two. Andrew, from the Hornets' perspective, so you basically when you have a pick this high, you can make your list of your favorite six prospects and pretty much rank them and hope you get the first one or at least a top half one, right? So where did you clock Reese Shea? And like assuming you know, Sar probably not going to fall down to six, and the Hornets probably not going to trade up. You know, who are you looking toward and hoping like this player is going to be a Charlotte Hornet?
For me, it was Buzelis.
Hmm.
And you had manifested that on a podcast a few weeks ago, and I commended you on it. It sounds like, I guess, Sam Vicine's mock draft is what I treat as gospel until the uncertainty of the first round actually hits, and he has him going ninth. I just like the idea of him next to Brandon Miller and LaMelo if he can ever get on the court, and the shot creation and scoring ability. I know the shooting was not good in the G League last year, but you know, uh, like you said, this is a draft with a lot of guys
Nobody's
that
was
we just
either.
You can't take anything from that G League Ignite team seriously.
yeah, and that's fair too. Klingon, I mean, I've watched a lot of college basketball, obviously, so he's been a prominent player in UConn's run to the championship. But they got Mark Williams, can't another guy that can't stay healthy. So take that for what it's worth. So those are the two guys that really appealed to me that I thought could actually get there to 6. The guys at the top, I mean, you just don't know because you can watch a YouTube compilation and read a scouting report, but like we're not watching these guys, and it doesn't jump across the tape like it does with a Wembanyama or a Luka Doncic. It's just a very weird draft, and that means that whoever the Hornets pick, and in my case, I can say, "Ooh, I like this," or "I don't like it," but the real answer is I don't know. You know?
Yeah, I certainly can relate to that. I think that's true up and down this entire draft. A couple of good questions so far in the chat. Eric wants to know, how do we feel about the Mikal Bridges trade? I mean, I'll say I think it's a lot to give up. I don't think it's an overpay necessarily. I mean, if you only want Villanova guys, there was only one good one left, so it was really your only option. So I think it's an A plus on that
that's
front.
Eric Pascal erasure.
Yeah, Ryan Arcidiacono is former Tibbs player. Is certainly
Welcome
gonna
back to the Knicks, baby.
Yeah, certainly going to be back. I think former Tibbs player. Maybe not actually.
I think he was on the Knicks.
Oh, is he right now?
Yeah, or he was
Oh,
at least.
Christ. Well, I knew he was, but I think he was a Knick and a Bull, but he might have never met with.
Let me check.
Or overlapped with Tibbs. Yeah, I don't know. It really doesn't matter, frankly. And yeah, as Tommy points out, probably get Kyle Lowry too, but he's a free agent, so you don't have to give up any picks for him. I think it makes him a lot better. I think it makes him scary, especially now that they did retain OG Anunoby. They're an expensive team, but I think they're a really good team. Shams confirming the Risa Shea pick, by the way, which I agree with you, Rohan. I think bust potential. I don't know if I would have taken him in the top 5 or 10. Maybe 10, but probably not 5. So that's quite the move from Atlanta, to say the least. And still no trade. We've been hearing about a big trade with the Hawks, whether it was this pick, Trae Young, DeJounte Murray. I don't like anything the Hawks are doing because it feels like their direction is so erratic. Like, I don't know how you can go into a summer and, like, we're either going to trade Trae Young or DeJounte Murray. Like, we're going to trade DeJounte. Trae goes down, DeJounte plays well. And they're like, okay, we'll trade Trae. We don't need Trae. And then, oh, the offers aren't great for Trae. Okay, we'll trade DeJounte again. What do you want to do? Like they're just going with whatever the party wants. Like, you shouldn't do that if you're running an NBA team. Same with this pick. I think Sarr didn't work out there, so they're like, fine, we'll just take this guy who maybe sucks. I don't like anything about the Hawks are doing, but I do like the Knicks getting Bridges, and I like the Nets being able to tank. That's a big trade for them to go after.
They can control their own destiny
for 2 years.
Yes.
And then it's, I think, back away again. But they have a bunch of picks. Like, you'd hope they'd be good by then.
What do we think about them bringing back Claxton with that extension as part of that rebuild? That seems to not align.
It's a very tradable contract.
Okay, fair enough.
I like it enough. I mean, he's not going to make them too good. He's not going to make them too good. Like, I think they're still going to be real bad.
So just an adult in the room kind of a thing.
Yeah, and just, I think, value, especially if it's like Rohan says, if I'm the Nets, I don't know what their tax and cap situation is, but if you could, like, 25 flat year over year in, like, 2 years, when he has 2 years left, that's going to be a really valuable, affordable starting center contract. So I think it's a good move. I mean, you don't want to totally tear down to the studs because, I mean, look at this draft. What was Atlanta? The last team out of the play-in, and they're picking first. Like, I think the new norm is, like, make sure you don't actually sneak into the playoffs, but if you're a pretty bad lottery team, like 14, 15, 13, I don't know if you're really sweating that much the difference, like, of a couple percentage points at this point.
When's the next draft with a generational talent?
Next year.
Think is okay.
Cooper Flag.
Oh, I forgot about him. Sorry, I just don't think of Duke guys in that light.
Yeah, that's why it's kind of surprising that Houston gave them their pick back. I like that.
You would want that, right?
I don't think they do the Mikal trade if you don't, right? Like, I think it's a combination trade for the Brooklyn Nets, but I would rather just bet against them even with Mikal on the roster. They just handed you the third pick with this team in place. They have no way to get better, but Houston's so impatient, which is kind of ridiculous given their roster's kind of loaded with young players and good vets, but they want more and more and more. They want Booker, they want KD, they want Jimmy Butler, they want Brook Lopez. We'll see if that manifests this draft or not. Keith asks, are they clearly the number 2 starting 5 in the East? I assume you mean the Nets. What a dumb question. Just kidding. I assume you mean the Knicks. Let's see what the Bucks do, right? The Bucks is incomplete right now. I think until the Bucks complete theirs, I'd feel okay saying that.
Top 3 is way better.
Yeah, if they all play a full 7-game playoff series sometime.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Which is also true for the Knicks, in fairness.
Yeah.
And the Celtics, who now Porzingis could miss the early part of next season.
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah, it is. I saw that
By the way,
report. I still can't believe they let him play.
Played part of this season, this past season and the season before on the Knicks.
Okay, so he's still been there. Was he a Bull too? Was he a
He was a Bull,
2X
but
Tibbs guy?
No,
Probably after.
After. It was after.
Yeah.
That's
Is
that the Hoiberg era?
Yeah. The Zipser era, you mean.
Oh, God.
Zipser fever, baby.
And then obviously what came out of that is we got the OG news as well. Took,
Big
what was
bag.
it, like 30 mil less than his max?
Yeah, 30 mil total over 5 years,
Yes.
less than his max.
Not per year.
Still a tidy, $42.5 million per year.
Which, I think that rounds out that start like that. I mean, that's not going to be the starting 5. They're going to start a center. Julius Randle is not going to be the starting center.
Yeah, do you think they're going to trade? I think they can
No.
now with what OG took. They don't need to dump Randall or Mitch Rob.
No, but they're losing Hardenstein.
Yeah, they're hard. So they have a hard cap. For people wondering, like, oh, they're all retaining players. Like, can they just pay them all? No, because of this new CBA, you get hard cap for doing literally anything. I think they're actually hard capped at the first apron, though.
I think they are at the first.
Which I don't remember why.
It could be. It's the first. I don't. I think I read conflicting things.
Either way, they are hard capped, so they can't spend whatever they want. But if they dump Mitchell Robinson, maybe they could retain Hartenstein. Although I hear, is it kind of crazy? I think he's gonna get like more than $20 million a year.
I think the reporting was that OKC was offering him like 20 mil a year,
Okay.
which
I don't know. I don't think a single player has seen his stock rise more in 1 year.
oh, absolutely, yeah.
I mean, that's aggressive.
I mean, yeah, he earned it. He played really, really well.
He did.
And OKC could really use a player like Isaiah Hardenstein.
Or Bobby Portis, I think.
Yeah.
I feel like we were talking about him 2 years ago on our free agency stream that we did,
Yeah.
saying
He
that
was
he's
just-
a guy kind of under the radar that could be a gem and looks like he might cash in.
No,
It's the
thanks
passing,
for
I feel.
propping us up, Andrew.
Yeah. Before we started yelling about Joe Ingles.
Oh my God.
So the thing is about the Knicks, too, they didn't give up all their assets. They still have, I think, 3 tradable firsts. They still
Yeah,
have
but
2
this is
firsts in this
like-
draft.
This is like the most all-in you could do if you're the Knicks, really.
Well, but I mean, I'm just saying there's some flexibility.
Yeah, there
They're
is,
not
but
like the Bucks post-Drew trade where it's like, okay, we have no future firsts.
100%, 100%. But
They didn't
like,
get a player as good as Drew Holiday, but they got 2 very solid players.
Yeah.
Ooh, Alex Sarr to the Wizards per Shams.
okay,
Great pick, honestly. Like, that is as good as you can have this draft work out if you're the Wizards.
good job, Wizards. Alex Sarr got where he wanted to go for some reason.
Let's do our scouting reports here. So, Risa Shea, supposedly, this is not my scouting report, supposedly is a complete big wing who can shoot, play make, defend across positions.
Oh my God, they're showing. I have the draft up, by the way. They're doing international #1 overall picks. By the way,
no.
this list is incomplete, but whatever. It's Risa Shea, Wembanyama, Bargnani, and Yao Ming.
5 goats or 4 goats.
It's not even all of them. Like, I don't know
Yeah,
why they
where's
picked
Bogut?
those 4.
They didn't do Bogut?
Or Hakeem.
That's a good one.
It's just like I don't know. Maybe include other players too.
Yeah.
Weird
But
graphic. Now Stephen
my
A. Smith
thing
and
with
his
Risa
lilac
Shea-
suit are here. I'm upset that it's a good suit.
I don't think he's a good enough athlete, and I don't know how real his shooting is. Sarr, he's just like, he's a blurry version of a good player. like if you squint your eyes a little bit, you're like, is that Jaren Jackson? And then you like look at the whole game and the offensive shortcomings and the fact that he wasn't even a great 3-point shooter, but it looks good, and the fact that it was Australia, and you're like, okay, maybe not, but maybe a little bit of that someday. Like that's my read on those two players.
Yeah, I think Ricochet is just incomplete and probably a very high bust potential. Obviously, I'm not rooting for that. I hope he has an amazing career, but I just don't think he's the best prospect in this draft. I mean, is there a chance that he could be? Yeah, I think there is.
Yeah, in this draft, there totally is.
But does he have the best chance of doing so? I don't think so.
Clayton points out, did Hakeem and Bogut both play college first? Is that the difference? Is this international who didn't play college?
Maybe. Let me check.
Because, yeah, Tommy points out Anthony Bennett, Canada's own. I believe he played in college first, too.
He did UNLV, I think. That sound right?
Yes, I believe that is right.
And then
Andrew Bogut played in Utah.
Yeah, of course. That really tracks.
You got
now.
me this time. Like ESPN.
That's a great pull from Clayton there, to be honest. But yeah, I don't love Ricochet. I do like Sarr. I would have taken him first if I had the first overall pick, but by no means a sure thing.
No, not in the slightest, right? Like, I can sort of see what Atlanta's vision is here, because it's like, if this is just found money, the number one pick, obviously they're a play-in team who won the lottery. So they're just like, why not take a shot in the dark, I guess?
Yeah, until I can't believe they're going to trade one of these guys.
I know. I saw someone say that like Trae Young is less value than DeJounte. I'm like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Maybe the Bucks should just go trade for Trae Young, was my takeaway from that.
I don't think that's true, but
no, they can't. It wouldn't make sense.
It'd be a dynamic backcourt, but it would be the smallest, worst defensive backcourt of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they'd put up a lot of points.
Dame would get PTSD flashbacks. Another small guard who does the same things but worse. Trey's a better playmaker, but you know what I mean. Come on.
Trae is a ridiculous upgrade on CJ McCollum, but that would still not be the best idea.
No, I would agree
so
with that.
Who's going 3 here?
This is where the draft starts, right? The Houston Rockets trying to trade for every big name player. Maybe trade this pick.
Reed Shepard, maybe?
I was going to say Reed.
Reed, or I feel like they're trying to sweat out someone to trade up for Klingon, right? I think that's their agenda. I think they want to trade this and get
San
more
Antonio?
assets.
Memphis, maybe?
Memphis wants a center real bad. I would like Edie in Memphis. But yeah, I'm excited to see what Houston does. Do we actually is Kevin Durant going to be a Houston Rocket in the next 5 minutes? Probably
Can you
not.
imagine?
But
Can you imagine?
But
Matt
do we know
Ishbia says,
sure?
my Phoenix loves Kevin Durant shirt. It's getting a lot of questions already answered by my shirt. It's going nowhere, according to Matt Ishbia. He put it out on a tweet and letterhead, Comic Sans and everything. So
he'd actually be hilarious if he followed up with, Phoenix loves Alperen Şengün and Alperen Şengün loves Phoenix. That is all. Yeah, I would imagine if they're using it for them, I agree, Andrew. I like Reed Shepard, but the issue is with Houston. They do kind of have to be active in the trade market. They have too many guys. They have too many rotational players between their young guys and their vets that, like, it kind of makes sense. They're always looking to flip all over. And, wow, Andrew Snyder with the call. Shams stole it from you. Houston is selecting Reed Shepard at number 3.
There we go.
Here's the issue with Reed Shepard. I'm watching the draft coverage before we come in and do this show. Reed Shepard on one side, Rob Dillingham on the other side, Monica McNutt between them. They're all the same height. I know she's probably wearing heels. They're all the same height. And that's my big issue with Reed Shepard. I think his defense is tenacious for a little guy. He is one of the best pure shooters that we've seen, so I think that will certainly translate. But he's like 6'1" with a 6'3" wingspan. That's just difficult, man. There's the list of elite players at those measurements is short. We talked about Trae Young, but I think he's longer, right?
There's no. Let me see.
Than 6'1" and 6'3"?
I sat on a GSPN live stream while my team took a shorter than you'd like player in a position of need. Bryce Young was the
Oh
person.
God, yeah.
So that, needless to say, I agree with Ty's take here.
Oh, he's got a 6'2" wingspan.
Yeah, 6'2".
Never mind. Donovan Mitchell has a 6'10".
6'10"? Yeah.
Why don't you defend my guy?
He does.
He just chooses not to. Come on.
He does. He not as much as he used to.
Is he 6'5" with a 6'10" wingspan?
That's crazy.
6'3"?
Ja's got a
6'3".
6'7" wingspan.
Makes sense how he just like throws the ball in.
Oh yeah. Reed Shepherd. Oh, I don't think we're getting a trade.
No, I mean not right now at least. I think they'll trade eventually.
I mean, what other picks do they
a,
have?
You have a colleague, Andrew, Eric in the chat, also a Panthers fan, still holding on for Bryce.
Well, you said
Yeah.
colleague, like that's a job.
That's a job. That's a full-time job. It makes you weary at the end of the week.
Yeah, it's more like brothers in arms at this point.
You take off your keep pounding shirt and hang it on the coat rack next to Klay Thomps's
That's an elite
goatee.
tweet.
Yeah.
I was at a soccer game, Charlotte FC soccer game, and I just looked up at my season tickets for Panthers games, and I was like, I'm gonna see you way more than I want to this fall because no one's buying you.
Oh man. Okay, so now we got the Spurs on the clock. I think they take
This
Klingon.
is where it gets fun.
I think they take Klingon.
You're thinking they take Klingon.
I think they go Twin Towers.
I feel like they might trade down with Memphis and get more picks.
But like you already have number
Gavoni,
8.
they're in no rush. They're in no rush at all with Wemby. They're not feeling the pressure, is at least what they're putting out there. You already have 8, but like if you trade down, if you could have 8 and 9 and like a future first, if you're not real high on Klingon, like are you losing out on that much in that situation? I don't know.
Do they want to go Twin Towers? Is that their move? Just like have
I think
I
it'd be
talked
sick.
Rohan
front court.
into this on our mock draft.
I
Now
think
you're
it'd be
all about
sick.
this. It would be.
That'd be all. Like, why not? Like, just have a menace of a front court. It's worked before in San Antonio.
It has. I would not compare the Admiral to Klingon, but it has worked before in San Antonio.
Yeah, that is disrespectful to Klingon.
people have said he's the David Robinson of Greg Ostertags. So
There we go. Now the comp's coming together.
Would Wemby play the 4? I'd say yes.
Technically. But it's like Giannis. Wemby plays the Wemby.
Yeah, exactly. But no, traditionally, yeah, Klingon would play the 5. Wemby would be the 4 if you wanted to give them, actual position denominations.
Yeah, that's how I think it would go.
Oh, man. Spurs, what are you doing? Need these tweets to come in.
I heard some, I can't share them here, but I heard some audacious Spurs trade murmurings. I don't think any of them are true.
Ooh. Can you give us a hint?
No, I feel like they're just going to take some players. I think they're just going to take 2 players, call it a day.
They might. You never know.
Cream City 1846.
Yeah, telling me to come
if
out.
Ty spelled wrong is a Gallo advocate, then he about to get a piece of my mind. What is that?
Where's this coming from?
He's my close personal friend, but I don't want him on the roster.
It's not TY.
I know. I would like for him to set a herd rebounding record this season. Wherever
I
they may
forgot.
play.
I forgot you're not a Milwaukee Buck. I was gonna ask if Gallo could hang around like Thanasis under like the friends and family waiver or whatever.
He's with Team Italy right now.
Is he
The
actually?
Rooster. Yeah. He's
good for
posted
him.
about it a bunch. I don't know. Maybe he's coaching. Who knows? No, he told
He's-
Jim
yeah,
Ozarski.
yeah, he
Jim
told her.
Ozarski put out an article that I feel like did not get enough attention. Had a bunch of insight in it. And one of them was confirmed Gallo not retiring. I'm just like, I love this so much.
That's-
It was the
it's
last
amazing.
paragraph.
It's
I was
amazing.
like, who asked?
Shout out Gallo.
Shout out Gallo. Shout out Big Jim Ozarski. But also, the Bucks could be looking for an athletic rim running center, he said, if they move on from Lopez, which
Sounds like Kel'el Ware,
sounds like Yves Missy.
who reportedly declined a workout with the Bucks.
He must think he's going higher. Him and Holmes both. See, that's why
But Holmes might be going lower.
or high. Well, he canceled all his workouts like weeks ago. So
Yeah,
people
because
are
he might have
thinking
a promise at 30.
but you wouldn't cancel a workout at 23, at 28. He might have a promise. You wouldn't cancel
Or 28,
a workout with team with 28 if you have. I just can't believe anyone's getting promises in this chaotic draft where we heard that every single pick is up for trades. Although, again, no trades so far of picks in the draft. We did get one before. Denny Avdia going from the Wizards to the Blazers for 14, 2029 first, 2 2029 seconds, and old friend Malcolm Brogdon.
I think Portland gave up too much.
I think the contract being what it is, I get it, but I think it's a lot. I won't say too much. I think it's a lot for Denny Avdia.
Exactly. Plus, I think Washington's going to be able to convince some contender to take Brogdon later. So they can even flip that for more.
Yeah, I think they're going to get something for Brogdon.
Yeah.
Maybe today. Like, Brogdon is movable chairs. Oh, I got an Instagram notification. Brad Beal added a video to their story.
Oh boy.
What's this? Oh, this is not the Brad Beal. People probably thought I was like so excited.
Oh.
It's not about Brad Beal. San Antonio selecting Stephon Castle with the number 4 overall pick. I think there was some smoke about this, although I kind of tuned out of like what these players are going to do. Andrew, Stephon Castle, you're a college basketball guy. Hornets had a top pick. What is your vibe on Stephon Castle?
In general, or if it were to fall to my team.
Joel, he's going to San Antonio, but just generally, what do you think about Stephon?
I think that's a great fit for him. Then I know he wanted to go to a team that doesn't have like a nailed-on starter at point guard.
Trey Jones is sick right now.
Is it Trey
Mann? Trey Mann?
Jones.
No, Trey Mann's a Hornet.
OKC? Oh, he's a Hornet now. That's right.
I forgot about Trey Jones. For some reason, when I hear his name, I just think Pelican. I guess that's not true. Yeah, he's supposed to be like
Devontae Graham, who's also
supposed to be like a heart and hustle guy, right? Like that's what Dan Hurley would tell you about him, as he's
almost Lakers coach.
Cream City, what are you doing?
I don't know. Cream City
are you okay? Do you need some help?
We can put people in timeout. Nice. That's sick. I like Castle as a prospect. Well, I shouldn't say that. I like the upside bet. I do think if he doesn't figure out the shot, there is a very limited ceiling. But if you're San Antonio, they don't have the prolific shot doctor anymore, but still a team that like big focus on development. And Wemby, I think, is easy for everyone. Like you can fit anyone with Wemby. That like we talked about we talked about Klingon. Castle, I think, is a good fit with him. Like he gives you every box he checks. So you can really take whoever you want, whoever you feel like has the highest ceiling. And if you're the Spurs and you think you can get more out of Castle offensively, I think that makes sense as a pick.
Via like 2005 logic too, I'm gonna throw in there that he was good in the Final Four in the national championship game. So maybe he's got that dog in him, and that bodes well. But
imagine if the Spurs just took. Well, they probably can't get Klingon now unless they trade up. But imagine if they just took both of them. We love UConn too. We would hire Dan Hurley too.
Didn't we mock that?
Yeah.
Do you have a mock?
Did we?
Do you have it?
No.
Ah, dang.
No.
I think we might have. We had them taking a guard and Klingon.
If we did, we didn't realize it in real time that they were both UConn. At least I didn't. That we did.
Yeah, I didn't realize that either.
No, we didn't. Oh no, I tried to give him Dillingham, but you wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got Risache, Sarr,
Shepherd,
and
Castle.
Now Castle.
And now
Two picks left, Andrew.
We got the Pistons. Who do you not want the Pistons to take?
Well, you want Matas, don't you?
I want Matas. I'd be pretty good with Connect as well.
I think
Klingon if they wanna flip somebody. I don't know if they just want to go with Twin Towers as well. Who else do I like?
Mark.
We'll take a Mark.
You can talk me.
I was gonna say Mark's rocking with us.
You could talk me into Cody Williams.
Oh, I've got this cool ESPN draft thing up. 4 minutes on the clock here for Detroit. Ooh. Top player left on the board, according to ESPN, is Donovan Klingon. See, I don't like. I think Klingon now does fall at least 2 more picks if someone doesn't trade up. If I have Mark Williams, I'm just not drafting Donovan Klingon. And I would say same for, I'm blanking on his name now, Detroit center.
Wiseman, but they might
No.
renounce Wiseman.
No, they did renounce Wiseman. No, they're young. They're actual good
Oh,
center.
Duran.
Yeah, Jalen Duran, who like I know these guys aren't proven yet, but especially for Detroit. I mean, I think Charlotte, you can maybe be a little more. Actually, no. Like I feel like if you're Detroit or Charlotte, they're kind of in the same position. Not exactly, but we've got a young point guard. We've got a young center. We need to fill in the spots in between. Both teams need to do that. So if I'm Detroit, I do break your heart and take Buzelis, but if he falls to
I don't
6,
want to do that to Andrew, man.
I don't. I'm not mocking it. I'm saying if I'm formerly Troy Weaver, that's what I do.
If you're
Listen, they're gonna
Trajan
sign
Langdon.
Miles Bridges to a long-term deal worth $30 million a year next week,
And then we get you.
and then I'm traded over to the Bucks, and so
That's the big
that's the final
acquisition.
straw on me. I've lowered my standards for what I will and will not accept for my sports teams, a la the Panthers. But there are some lines I just can't cross anymore.
Jordan Tresky's in here
Oh.
from date night. Jordan, come on. I said don't get in trouble, Jordan.
Jordan, what are you doing here?
Oh, just Twitter and Gate. I thought we had the pick here. I'm very excited now because of Andrew and the Hornets. I'm so excited to see like what happens with 5, who's there at 6. Does Matas fall and they break your heart and take Saloon anyway, as was reported by Kristen Peaks 8 hours ago for some reason?
And for some reason, like at this point, when you see something you don't want to happen, you just believe it implicitly.
Yeah, that's us with Filipowski. Rohan and I hate Filipowski. And in The Athletic and ESPN, although now, did you see, is it AJ Johnson mocked at 23
That's the worst thing I've ever
seasons
seen.
later? That's worse than Filipowski.
They're both bad, but Johnson's worst.
So there's always a lot of people said this. You don't know. Filipowski could be good. Yeah, obviously I don't. If I knew, I'd have a much better job, right? Like I'd work for a team. If I knew for sure who was going to hit or not at 23, I wouldn't be talking to you guys. I would talk to you guys, you two guys, offline.
I was gonna say, why you say that?
I wouldn't be talking to everyone on a podcast, right? I'd be in a front office somewhere. I don't know. I don't feel good about Filipowski, but like year 1, interesting skills, maybe it works, right? I don't know. I don't know 100%. There's a chance. I don't think a big one, but a chance. AJ Johnson is 160 pounds, couldn't compete in the NBL. There's zero chance he helps the Milwaukee Bucks year 1. I don't think you can take that player in the first round. I just don't. I don't see it at all. So I would be disgusted with that.
Ty, I think with Filipowski, you make some great points. I think he's skilled. I think he's more explosive than you realize when you watch him a lot, because obviously I'm forced to watch a lot of Duke. But
Yeah.
he's I'm gonna go
Force.
full old school. He's not made for it. He's not built for
Yeah.
it. He's soft. He's a malcontent, and I don't think you want him near any team that has goals of winning a championship. He got absolutely cooked by DJ Burns in the Elite Eight. I don't even know if he was guarding Burns in that game, but I'm just going to say it.
That's who the Bucks should take at 23.
I will leave the pod. I know, Andrew, but still.
You know you want him in Oshkosh.
That's
Did
not what
you?
you want with 23.
No, not
Yeah, no,
23. Just in general, like in a future state where his future home should be Oshkosh with
As an
Ty.
undrafted free agent, bring it.
Yeah, exactly.
We're hoping that still takes place in Oshkosh by
Yeah.
the next Thursday.
Oh yeah, I
TBD
forgot
on
about that.
Yeah. Marlboro Man, the Bucks have 23 and 33 overall. Moose Machine says Burns lost a bunch of weight. That's not the agenda.
He said, I read an interview with him the other day that said it wasn't as large as the initial number said. Like it wasn't
I don't believe
45
him.
pounds in 6 weeks. And then he
Oh,
eventually
that
got
way. That way.
yeah, like
Gotcha.
it was over a longer period of time for him to get to that number.
Wait, what
and
did
he-
Frank Mason say?
Yeah. Ooh.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Detroit basketball. I love this pick. Detroit takes Ron Holland, the former #1 player, I think, coming out of high school, heading into the Ignite team. Like a do-it-all on-ball wing. Hasn't figured out the shot, but he shoots them. But he's not adverse to shooting. They just haven't gone in. But as we talked about with Buzelis, the Ignite team was just a mess. It was a total mess. I love Holland's potential. I thought if he slid, he could be a steal of the draft. I said to you on our last pod or our stream, Rohan, I don't want to see him go to like a Miami because I think there's a ton of potential there. I could have seen taking Holland before Castle. I'm that high. Like, I do see the vision with him. There's certainly worlds where it doesn't work out and it's like a Kevin Knox kind of pick. But in this draft, I think this is a great gamble to take at number 5. I love this pick for Detroit.
I think this is a hit for Detroit, right? It goes with what we were talking about earlier. Like, how do you fill out your roster when you have your backcourt of the future, plus you have a young, springy center? What do you do there? You got to fill out. You take a big wing with like lots of size and immense potential. And he's 18, I think. Yeah, he's 18.
I think he's about to turn 19.
July 7th, 2005. That makes me want to throw up, by the way.
You don't get to say that.
Why were the mocks so much lower on him than expected?
G-League Ignite, baby.
Okay. I really think it's because of the Ignite team. I think he would have looked a lot better in college.
Absolutely. But now you can get Buzelis.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be a felon I don't know about that's like off all of the boards that they just really want to like keep some of the culture that they had been building. And so I don't know.
Did Terrence Shannon's place on their board fall when he was acquitted?
It might have. Is Charlie Sheen from Major League available? Like,
no, they have a new GM now. Maybe they're not going to be Team Crime anymore.
New owner.
That's true.
No, didn't they change GMs too?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they also have a new owner as well.
Oh yeah, that helps too. Yeah, so was it still Mitch like within the last year?
I think so.
Or was it longer than that?
Charles Lee, obviously, as well, new head coach.
Yeah, excited about that.
Steve Clifford can go and, I don't know, feed ducks or whatever he does. Jeff Peterson came from the Nets, and that's the new lead basketball decision maker.
Jeff Peterson?
Mm-hmm.
Do you don't like him just because of his name?
No, I just the name doesn't sound familiar, and I follow a lot of basketball.
I have been very happy with everything I've heard from him anyway.
Front office guys who are number 2s are usually not getting that much attention, though. So I don't think that's a red flag.
Ooh,
I saw this, Tommy. Frank Mason did trash.
We got a Woj bomb.
Oh.
Another team working to move up and secure Donovan Clingan, sources tell ESPN. Portland.
I would not want to have DeAndre Ayton anyway.
Yeah, what's the point?
Maybe the Hornets are going to trade back.
So if it's the Portland, they still have what, 7?
They have 7, yeah.
Why would they trade up?
Hornets are trading back to 9 with Memphis. So Memphis is looks like they're
going to get Clingan?
Yeah.
Where did you get that from?
Where'd you get that yet? From?
Jake Fisher.
Oh, I need to turn the Fisher notifications on.
Oh man, Andrew's crushing us here. I was looking up Frank Mason calling Risache a bum.
If I can still get Buzelis at 9, although that lends more credence to the what was the guy's name that I didn't want? Saloon. So yeah.
But at least, hey, if you can get an asset to drop back and then take Saloon, I like that a lot better. At least, than taking him with a Buzelis on the board. Maybe he still does fall to him. This is what Frank Mason said. The last tweet before this, 3 days ago, thank God for more life, which is a really funny juxtaposition. 24 minutes ago, played this young guy in France this past season. No way he's the number 1 pick in the NBA draft, LOL. But I guess, solid young player, but the number 1 pick is absurd. Somebody said, think about why you was there to begin with. He said, I was over there because that's why I decided to play basketball. And then someone said it's nasty levels of hating. Frank said, LOL.
Fisher's changed his wording.
Uh-oh.
He says Charlotte's working on it now.
Oh, no.
At Fast Break Breakfast on Twitter. Premature from Jake Fisher, all caps.
Frank Mason said he's not hating. He just doesn't think he should be the number 1 pick. I don't know if Frank Mason knows what this draft is like.
Oh, wait, more Jake Fisher. Grizzlies have long wanted Donovan Clingan, and Memphis appears to be closing in on a move for the UConn center. Portland has wanted Clingan as well, holding number 7. What does this mean, Jake?
If I'm Charlotte, I guess it depends.
You got to be direct, Jake. I just got your tweet notifications on.
I know. I feel bad about putting them on now. If you are...
Hand up.
If you know, you're good. I
No,
mean,
you-
it's
you-
it's
you're
not
s-
not
you're
on you.
rocking.
He belonged in there, but he needs to make the most of this stage. If you're the Hornets and you like Buzelis, you'd probably rather get almost nothing from Portland because you know you still get him.
Yeah.
Like even if you just get like a second round pick, if you can trade down one spot and you know it's for somebody you don't want, that's like the best setup in sports. That's free money.
It's you literally exactly. You're getting just like a free asset.
Oh man, what if this was a little leaky leak from Charlotte here to drive up the Portland price? Could you imagine? That's the kind of subterfuge these teams do, right? Hey Jake, say it's done. Oh wait, it's not done yet. Best offer right now, Portland. Give us Scoot for free.
Jeff Peterson's cooking.
Jeff is cooking. Oh man, the
Now they're showing
drama.
baby pictures of Donovan Clingan as they go to commercial for some
Is he
reason.
still like 4 feet tall?
No, it's a headshot.
Oh.
There was
so we
one
don't know.
draft
Maybe he is.
recently, I can't remember what sport, where it's like every time there was dead space, they were like, let's talk about someone's serious emotional trauma.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't
That
remember
was the
which draft that was.
NFL
It's the
2 years
worst.
ago.
Okay.
NFL 2 years ago. They were like, so what horrible things happened to you lately? The best available is not updating, by the way. I still see Ron Holland on here. This is going to trip me up later. Yeah, the 2020 NFL draft, so they were all remote. They needed to kill time. So they
Ty's
talked
gonna watch
about-
Draft Day tonight, guys. The
Such a
chat's gonna
great
make
film.
Ty
It's
watch
such a great
Draft
film.
Day.
Yeah, and
I
then,
want
you,
all
Adam
my
watched-
picks back. That's
Yeah, then
literally
Adam-
what the Nets did.
and then you gaslight Newmark
happens.
into thinking you don't like that film.
Well, yeah, because he's like, it's Ty's favorite movie. I'm like, no, it's iconic, but
Talks
it's not my
about it a
favorite
lot.
movie. Well,
Adam
you know,
watched it for the first time recently. I don't think he had the same experience.
See, I wouldn't
Mark,
watch the
don't
full
say I
thing
don't
again.
defend you.
I wouldn't watch
You
the
don't
full
say
thing
that,
again.
but I'm just saying.
I watched the clips on TikTok. That and Moneyball. Although Moneyball is a great film, but I just you watch the
You
negotiation
just said Draft Day is a
clips.
great film as well.
No, I didn't.
You did.
I said it's iconic. I meant to say it's iconic. If I did, I misspoke.
Ty has not seen the Batman yet. I
No.
can. I don't
Too
even
busy
need to
watching
consult.
Draft Day.
I don't need to consult with him. I know it's not true.
Yeah, you don't gotta ask.
I watched that again the other day.
Oh!
Hornets are staying at number
walked
6.
it back. Jake walked it back.
Oh, Jake!
Oh no! Shams, it's
No!
Oh, they played with your heart so bad.
No.
You know why this is really bad? It's not because we know about Tijane Saloon. I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry, but it's not because we know he's bad. Like we don't know. It's really bad that this leaked 8 hours ago. Everyone knew all day. No wonder no one would trade that. No wonder no one would trade with them. Why would you trade with them? Everyone behind you knows they're not taking anyone we want. You shouldn't have this happen as a front office. That's a red flag.
Yo, the Peterson era is off to a rough start.
Sorry, Andrew. I had to vent. I that's such a weird
And
thing
Andrew,
to
the
do.
floor is yours.
I can't say the things in my heart. I have nothing left for this organization. I told you they're going to sign Miles Bridges, $30 million a year, and then I'm gonna stand with a protest sign outside of Spectrum Center, and then I'm gonna take an Uber to Salud in the North Davidson neighborhood of Charlotte, and I'm gonna drink craft beer until I pass out.
What's it called? Salute?
Salud. It's fantastic.
Is this guy going to be there? Is this guy like going to have ownership in this place?
No, that's just they've got
It's a
great
very similar name.
They've got great wall art of like Larry Johnson, Muggsy Bogues, Alonzo
cool.
Mourning, early Hornets days. So I like that. So it seems like a good place to just like hold a funeral for my Hornets fandom after all that goes down.
All right, here's a roller coaster. We got to start doing KOC's comps for the picks. It's one of the
Oh,
funniest
no.
parts of the draft.
Yeah.
So here's Saloon. Shades of starts off great. Aaron Gordon. Every team wants Aaron Gordon.
He's a good player.
That's good. Chandler Parsons.
Made some money.
That was a good elite clubber. He is not yet 19. Very young player. 6'9". Shot not a good percent from three, but did take more than 4 per game. Rebounds, assists, locked in defender. Like I'm not totally out on him. I like Buzelis a little better, but I actually don't think it's this disaster of a pick. I don't think it's good that they leaked it 8 hours before the draft, though.
No, that's mismanagement, right?
I like the wingspan.
No, this is someone we were talking about. Like, did he fall to the Bucks?
Yeah, I think we did our first board. Did we talk about him?
Yeah, we did,
Yeah.
and now he just went number 6.
It's just hard for me to take a pick seriously when the team that they played for sounds like a nice red wine. Like it's just tough.
That would be, where did he play?
Cholet.
Basket,
Oh.
yeah, in France.
Oh.
Like I
So
see the vision, right? He reminds me a bit of like a little bit of like Shea, honestly. Not to
Yeah.
just like
Oh,
lump.
wow. So this is now 3 French players in the top 6? That's got to
Yeah.
be a first.
I imagine, yeah.
I mean,
I-
when's the last time 3 French players went in the first round? 3 in the top 6. It's like, wow. Good for France. Portland on the clock.
They're
Klingon
getting
there if they
Klingon.
want him.
It's
Why do they
Klingon.
want
That work-
Klingon?
I don't know. They want a good center.
They have Duop Reith. They
That's
have Robert
true.
Williams.
They do
They
it-
also
they-
have DeAndre Ayton. They
They
have
have
so
my
many
guy
centers.
They have my guy Duop, who's going to be a Buck.
Is he going to be a free agent or does he have a year left?
I think he has a year left. Let me check. They do have a
So
lot
now-
of centers, don't they?
Now the question is, yeah, they have a ton of centers. I mean, we'll see if Robert Williams plays. So this best available does not have. Oh, I can go to the draft cast. What's this?
He's got this year and another year.
Oh wow, the draft cast is terrible. It's just the best available with less info. ESPN, what are we doing? French national team could be crazy, Seek says. I agree. Is Salute on there yet? Probably not.
I doubt it.
Maybe for the next one. They do have a good team for
They really
the
do.
Olympics. Them and
Gobert's
Canada
going to come
both.
off the bench.
No, he's not.
It'd be really funny if he did, though.
Yeah,
Is Embiid playing for them?
he
Did
will.
I dream
No,
that?
Embiid,
No, he
Embiid
chose
defected.
USA.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so next up, Portland probably takes Klingon, and then the Spurs again. So if you're the Spurs again,
Do you trade up to 7 and take Klingon?
no. I was just gonna say, who are you excited about falling? If I'm the Spurs,
They should
I
take
like
Buzelis.
I like Buzelis. I don't hate Connect either, but I feel like they'll probably take a younger guy.
Yeah.
But
I think
Connect's
he-
a nice fit with them.
No, I
It
think
is funny
Connect-
though, because I saw a meme yesterday. It was the Star Wars meme where it's like young Anakin and Padme, I think.
Yeah.
And it's like, the 4-panel. And it's like the Spurs have 2 in the picks in the top 8. They're gonna take a shooter, right? And he's just looking. You're gonna take a shooter, right? And they could take Buzelis and Castle, neither of whom are shooters. We'll see what happens. Jake Fisher, and Shams. Portland is taking Klingon. I don't get it, but also like I've said this 10 times this week. I just don't get their whole roster construction, so I don't know if there's many picks they could make that I do like. But they certainly have to move a center now. I mean, they have way too many centers.
I mean, I'll take a free Robert Williams.
Would you trade Bobby Portis for Robert Williams? I would need value. He hasn't played. He just doesn't play.
I would need an asset.
I just think that's such a risk for the Bucks in their situation. I think if I'm a middling team, maybe I take that risk. If I'm the
Yeah.
Wizards, you want Malcolm Brogdon back? I don't think that works.
I don't think you can do that.
The trade's not official yet.
Hilarious.
Trade's not official yet.
Is Rob Williams cooked? Yeah, he just doesn't play. He's just hurt. It's really sad, but
Yeah. Yeah, the Dame trade for them looks horrible, by the way.
oh, awful.
Like, Brogdon was part of it, and they got Denny Avdia, but it cost them 4 additional picks. And they got Time Lord, who I just can't imagine has any real value right now for the reasons we just talked
And
about.
a Bucks pick.
Great. And I think they got some Celtics
And
picks too,
a
right?
swap.
Oh, no, I'm confusing the trades. Because it wasn't a straight-up 3-way trade.
No, it was not a 3-way trade. But I mean, you can think of it as one. But
Yeah, I mean, it's using the Drew asset.
yeah,
Yeah, 1 Bucks first and 2 swaps, where they get like 1 future first from Boston.
I think so.
And Time Lord and Grant Williams and Ayton, who they like so much, where they went out of their way to draft a center in the first round 1 year after getting him, less than 1 year after getting him.
Yeah.
If
I mean,
they cared about Ayton so much, they could have got him out of that icy neighborhood.
I'm telling you, they wanted him stuck in there. Joe Cronin had the
One of
hose
the
out.
one of the funniest things that's
The garden
happened.
hose. The garden hose. I just realized that could be misinterpreted. That's a crazy statement. He's got the moleskin with the hose out. The garden hose. Rohan's done.
Ty, great point about Robert Williams. Or it might have been Rohan, but someone in the Discord today called Garrett Mitchell Schrodinger's outfielder, and I think Robert Williams is Schrodinger's basketball player.
He is now,
Is
unfortunately.
is he alive or is he not? Who knows?
We don't know. But, I mean, listen, he's so enticing because he's the exact kind of center you want. Rohan's still out. Thank God you're here, Andrew. Oh,
I muted
I like
myself.
that.
Don't worry.
I love the chat. John is like, chill. I don't have earbuds in. Eric goes, good. Get your neighbors on the Europod. I love the energy. That's what people need to hear to tune into the Eurostep and GSPN podcast for the first time. Yelling about Joe Cronin and hose, garden hose. What are the chances Memphis takes Edie at 9?
Why'd you say that like a bar? Hose, garden hose.
I have to keep specifying. I want to keep specifying so it doesn't get twisted. Like a garden hose. What are the chances Memphis takes Edie at 9?
That'd be hilarious.
Not tiny.
If they
Not
take
tiny.
Ware, I'm gonna be so upset.
That would be very upsetting.
I had a dream last night that who picked 5?
Detroit.
I just had a dream that Ware went 5. And I was like,
That would have been wild.
I was so upset.
So the Spurs pick here is fascinating. Do they trade this?
I think you just take best available.
And I'm trying to think of like who would trade up at this point. Like Memphis, they don't probably care anymore. Like the Nets went first, but I don't think anyone on the Nets is exciting the Spurs to the point of them giving up 8.
No, I think excuse me, I think the Nets are more positioned to make a trade with like a contending team to get
Miami?
are they
Does Miami
contenders
have anyone
without
bad
Jimmy?
enough? Well, we're penciling him for one more year. At the
Cam
moment.
Thomas actually asked to take less money if they'll put a no trade clause in his contract just because of how many shots he's going to get this year.
That's probably a good.
Hey, Brooklyn
good
likes
point.
it when their guards take shots.
Did I say Cam Thomas first? I meant to say Cam Johnson.
You did say Cam.
Oh, whoops,
think.
Cam Johnson. That's who I'm thinking about. Yeah, I don't think the Spurs will. Who knows?
DFS?
I have no idea what Cam Thomas's value is.
I don't know either. I think he's just destined to be on a bad team. And
Yeah.
everyone else, he's happy with it. The Nets are probably happy with it. And I think the rest of the team's like, yeah, like, why would we disturb this?
He's an elite tank. He's going to be a good tank commander.
Oh, absolutely. Brooklyn's going to, and he's going to love it.
Yeah.
I don't know why you messed that up.
Me?
No,
Oh,
just in
Brooklyn.
general. Like
I thought
other
you meant
teams.
me, and I was like, they're both named Cam. That's how. It's a lot going on.
You're right, Eric. I do
Um,
dream about the Pistons. I can't get over them. They upset me so much. I believe in them so much, and they consistently let me down.
I'll tell you what. I'll spoil it. We're gonna do NBA draft grades for the premium later, GSPN Premium, which you can find at gspn.info. Exclusive pods, commercial-free pods, all available on our premium feed. We're gonna do our draft grades sometime after the draft. Obviously, Detroit so far is winning for me. I really like getting Holland at 5.
It's good, really good value.
Who do you guys like most of who's left on the board overall, not just Bucks board?
I think it's Buzelis, right?
I like Buzela. I like Devin Carter quite a bit.
Andrew?
Buzelos one. I still think Connect is going to be a legitimate NBA contributor. So
I think so too. I think we're getting to a spot where I'll feel good about a team picking him. Like 5 to me was a little rich, but if he goes like 10, 11, I think that's good. I think he'll help teams right away. I agree with you on that.
What is this ESPN draft trio? It's Kevin DeGandhi, Stephen A. Smith, and Bob Myers talking about the draft. What are we doing?
Bob Myers' Warriors take today was awful.
What did he say?
He said if they had Clay and Paul George, it wouldn't be enough. I was like, man, that's a pretty damn good team.
It's a really good.
Like, assuming they're also keeping like Steph and Draymond, I'm guessing they would lose like a their young guy,
Kaminga.
Cumbucket. But that's like a Steph, Clay, Paul George, Draymond, and just like whoever else, I think is a pretty dang good team.
It's a very good team.
So, but Bob Myers, the guy who drafted none of the core players, wasted all those top picks, and then dipped, fearing the team would explode. He cracks me up, man.
So funny, right? Like he's just like he
It's
gets all
stolen
the
valor.
he gets all the credit.
Championship GM. You didn't draft any of those. We brought in KD because Draymond made a phone call.
Yeah,
Which
it's not like
happened
you
to
made
line
the
up
phone
with
call.
the insane cap spike. The
Someone
pick is in on
needs
ESPN.
to,
Is this not reported yet?
No, it's not reported.
Someone
yet.
needs to go on ESPN and rip those championship rings off Bob Myers' fingers like it was a stolen valor Purple Heart, and they just
I
need to.
think it is.
Who's gonna? Do I have to wait for this to show up on TV?
I
What year
think
am I in?
I might see it on ESPN.com before we know from anywhere else.
We were working on a trade here.
Well, the pick's in now, so I think it's a little late.
Oh, is it? Oh,
It
I'm
says the
behind you.
pick is in right
I'm
here.
behind you. Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to refresh automatically or not. Imagine if it's just like Jacoby Walter.
Rob Dillingham.
Oh, I liked this fit for them. It's such a swing.
He could be on move to Minnesota. What?
Wow.
What? Who are they getting?
Does Minnesota even have a first?
No.
What?
Huh?
Who would Minnesota trade?
Who are they trading?
Oh no, they have 27. They have 27. They have
But
27
still.
overall. They probably have like what, no future picks?
No, probably not.
Rob
'Cause this is
Dillingham
their-
is the number 8 pick to San Antonio with the Spurs in conversation with Minnesota, sources say. Who on their roster would they give up for Rob Dillingham?
What's the trade machine say about Chris Finch's scooter? What is the value on that?
Micah Nori is scooting over to San Antonio. Wow. Who is on? I'm trying to figure out if it's a player.
It has to be a
Kyle
player,
Anderson? It can't be Kyle Anderson.
right? You
Kyle
can't.
Anderson's not
That's a
getting you
dump.
pick.
You don't get number 8 for dumping a contract.
That's interesting. Kelp threw out Cat. So did Tommy. So did Seeks. Pop loves Anderson. That's, you know what, fair.
If that the NBA Adam Silver has to call off that trade if that's actually the case.
I don't know who else. Like, I mean, it wouldn't be Naw, would it? Would it be Naw?
But like,
He was so important to them. I mean, that's a young player, needs to get paid. Would be a great Spur, but I wouldn't give up Naw for Rob Dillingham. I like Rob Dillingham as a Flyer. I like him as a Spur just to see like if he can develop and sustain on defense. Wow, I can't wait to see if this trade happens or not. I mean, they were not on my list of teams to expect anything from.
Woj says it's happening, but it hasn't.
yeah,
listed
no,
where.
it's happening. Minnesota has traded for the 8th pick and Rob Dillingham.
Are they trading Conley?
No, you can't trade. Why are you trading Conley for 8? That might be it.
I mean, it's not for 8 anymore. We can say it is for Rob Dillingham. That's a small point guard. Like, their whole thing was being big. Would they trade one of their bigger players for Dillingham?
No way, it's Cat, right?
That would be shocking.
No way, it's Cat, right?
That I said anyone can play with Wemby. That's probably like my least favorite Wemby fit. I don't like them together as players. Maybe it works. Maybe I'm stupid. I mean, maybe it works. I don't like the combo. Moose says, what if it's Rudy? I did think about that. I just can't imagine they trade Rudy. Rudy's really important to what they do, too. It felt like everyone on the Wolves played a role.
What's the trade? Come on, people. Do your job.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. So I heard the Spurs were shopping around 8. I guess they sure were.
Ooh, Ty had it first. Ty, what's the trade then?
I thought it was going to be 8 and Keldon Johnson for Brooke Lopez. So I think this is going to be a 5-teamer if it's first reported that the Wolves are involved here. Yeah, this is shocking. So Minnesota has 27, I think. So they could send that over, and then it's a trade up. But a trade up 20 picks, I think, is going to be expensive in this draft. Like,
That's expensive. Just in general.
Just in general, I think in this draft, like Dillingham.
I think it has to be for Cat or Gobert, I think.
I think it could. I think Naw could be involved.
But like, if you're the Spurs, why are you giving up the?
Is it sell high on Naw?
But if you're the Spurs, why do you value Nah that heavily?
Maybe you don't like the guys here at 8 after
Memphis
Clayton
is
got
planning
taken.
to take Zach Edey at 9.
Wow, I love
Give
this
us the
draft, dude.
trade, Woj.
They must still be working it out.
Oh, that's a wear team off the board. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually huge. So let's do a Bucks update. None of the players we seriously considered are gone yet, as expected. But if you look at teams between the Bucks pick and now, Utah, who they are maybe looking to trade Walker Kessler, but probably not a big center team regardless. The Bulls probably will just take best available. Wouldn't expect a center. 12 Thunder, I don't know.
Maybe.
That's a question mark. Kings, I would assume not a center, but who knows. Zards could take a center at 14 now. They have no centers. They have Sar, but they have Sar.
Wait, okay. The Timberwolves are trading a 2031 unprotected first and a protected 2030 swap.
Okay, so it's just picks. I wonder if they're trading their pick. I wonder if it's their pick too. I would guess it's their pick as well.
That's unfortunate. I was hoping for a blockbuster, man.
That's still a huge. I mean, that's a bold swing for the Wolves. Who maybe does this tell you they're gonna cut salary later because they're a very expensive team. Their 2030 swap is top 1 protected per Shams. You couldn't get 2.
You can do 3.
Come on, 1.
Top 1.
That's interesting. So, yeah, I don't know what the Wolves are up to. Do we know why the Jazz are moving Walker Kessler? No idea.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No idea. Thanks for the compliment, Peter H. Appreciate you.
Who are they moving Kessler to? Or are they just shopping him?
They heard they were shopping him, which maybe is nothing. Maybe he's just in a couple calls. I think Washington at 14, I'm a little scared about where the Heat could take a center.
They could.
They're mocked where by KOC. 16 Sixers, I think definitely not. Lakers, possible, but I would lean no. Magic, I don't think so.
No.
Raptors, I don't think so. Cavs, I would lean no. They already have too many big guys. Pelicans are a big center
Pelicans
team.
are a big one.
Suns could be, and then Bucks. So there's still a lot of where chances to lose. Oh, Newmock's here.
Oh boy.
Real excited Zach Edey's not going to be a Buck.
That's awesome.
I think it's a reach, but I don't think it doesn't sicken me. I think he's a good player.
I called it earlier.
Yeah, you did. Minnesota did not move 27 or 37, so it's straight up. Wow, I actually like that trade.
That's actually
a decent amount. Steal. So, well, unprotected 2031 though. Who knows what life is in 20? That could we won't
exist in 2031.
That's a good point. And a top 4 protected.
That's
top
a fake
1 protected. Year. So they're really high on Dillingham. They were like, we'll mortgage our future for 2 years for Rob Dillingham. And this, if you're a Spurs fan, you have to be a little disappointed. I mean, draft picks are nice, but you expect to come away with like 2 elite prospects. Stephon Castle's fun, but is that all their picks for today? They have 2nd-round picks here?
They got 48.
The Spurs do?
Yeah.
So it's like they have 35, actually.
Oh, look at that.
And 48. So, yeah, they still have a couple picks. That won't be today, though, of course.
I love how there's only 58 picks.
Yeah. Tampering, baby.
That is
so I like Utah on the clock. I like it for both. I think it's boring for San Antonio, but I'm not. I keep contradicting myself on Dillingham. I like the swing. I think it's bold for Minnesota. I think there's a solid chance he just doesn't work out at all.
I mean, yeah, that's the risk with anything.
But if you're Minnesota, our half-court offense sucks. Let's take the guy who showed like one of the best, most refined half-court games in the draft. Let's see.
Rohan says it's better to have loved a short scoring guard than to have lost and never tried.
You got that right, Andrew.
Again, my new policy, too short, don't want him. Think it's not going to work. I'm anti-short now.
So Buzelis is not going to be a top 9 pick.
That's crazy to me.
No idea where the Jazz go.
Maybe you shouldn't have. Who was he talking about?
Ricochet. Ricochet is like, what do you think now?
What
Matas?
now, buddy? What now?
More like butt Zalis. Got him. Oh.
Cody Williams at 10.
Whoa. Oh, see, I feel like I don't have a good feel for Cody Williams.
He could have been anywhere from 5 to 15.
Very
He was
theoretical. I saw him
he
mocked to the Bulls a
was
lot.
was banged up the middle of last year, right? Like
Yeah.
he had an injury. Okay.
I think he is like,
OKC's like,
he's,
oh, thank goodness.
yeah, like we were going to be in an awkward position.
Cody Williams is my second favorite Colorado player in this draft, though.
Same here. Same here. I like the swing for Utah, though, because it's really like they're at a point now where you probably do just take swings and hope more guys pop. That's your path to being really good with Walker Kessler and Markkanen and stuff. And I think Williams does have big potential. And like I do think a connect. I want him if I'm a better team. If I'm a bad team, like he makes me stable, but he's older. Like I want him on a team where he can actually contribute to winning right away. So I'm not surprised he's falling. But yeah, we got Buzelis outside of the top 10 now. Who is on the clock? The Bulls. Oh boy, this could be hilarious.
All the funny picks are gone though. Like Saloon, I think would have been
No,
funny.
I mean they could take Topic. I think Topic
They
would be
could
very
take
funny
Topic.
here. Another non-shooting
Tyler
guard, but
Kolek
one who's
for the
going to be
Bulls.
out for a year.
Oh my God, Tyler Kolek would be incredible.
It would be very Bulls for them to take Connect.
Oh, that's true. That is a Bulls
We
pick.
got to flip around. We got to compete. He does. He compliments. He compliments Giddy well, and
That's
it would
what you
also
gotta
be
do.
very. It would also be very Bulls to like we're building around Josh Giddy now.
I hope
Maybe he's
only
the
so
third
well,
best.
but
Maybe he's the third best guard on our team, but we're going to build around him. And then they could trade Ayo Dosunmu to the Bucks. Rohan, I think you missed this. Clayton and others on Twitter successfully persuaded me that Ayo could be the starting two.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
He's bigger than Lou Dort.
Okay.
He's a better playmaker than Dort or Brooks.
So is
He shot
Mike,
40
Malik
plus
Beasley.
percent.
I almost said Michael
He shot
Beasley.
40+% from three. He's blocked Kevin Durant. I think he's a good defender. He flies all over the place.
I've
I'm
seen
in
Jared
on
Bayless
Ayo.
catch alley-oops, man. Anything's possible.
Not Bobby Portis dunking.
is Dort really on the table? Are they going to move him?
They might.
I think they could. I think I saw David Brandon, who does Thunder coverage and general coverage. He was like, I think it makes a lot of sense for them too now. I don't
Yeah,
think they
maybe.
have to, but I think it makes some sense.
I feel like he's just a 16-game player.
Devin Carter. Devin Carter of the Bulls. I mean, I like Devin Carter. I feel like he's one of the best players left on the board. Don't want him to fall to the Heat either.
These picks aren't getting reported quick enough.
There's a lot going on, Rohan. I think we're going at a good pace.
But I'm watching Cody Williams like go up to the board. Like, come on,
I think that's good. I think
let's get the
that's
next
good.
one.
That's no. It's nature is healing. We should get back to a
I
place
know,
where
but I'm
it's
used
on
to
the
this.
screen.
They're trying to give Jordan a chance to finish up his sorbet.
Yeah,
The
Ooh, I
last
could go
course
for
of
some
his
sorbet.
meal. Yeah,
I like sherbet.
I like a raspberry sorbet, maybe like
Ooh,
a
Now we're
strawberry.
cooking.
I like lemon shaved ice.
Okay, buddy.
What? This probably ends the Marcus Smart dream for the Bucks. They got their center.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That is
Oh,
So-
Chicago. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to say it because of the messenger. But
Oh,
there's
no,
a
it's
report.
it's Shams got it too.
okay,
Fisher and Shams, Matas Buzelis, the Chicago kid.
Look at
of
Woj's
course.
tweet.
Of course, we should have known.
They got to take the Chicago kid. I guarantee you they're going to make something about Derrick Rose when they talk about it.
Oh God, I hope they don't. They need to be more self-aware than that.
It's like, hey, Austin Chicago kids works out or
like
something
a
like
rose
that.
through the concrete, and it's Buzelis in the 3-on-3 against Wemby. Jesus,
that's good
Christ.
value, even if he never learns
Yeah,
how
I
to
think
shoot.
No,
it's
it's a
like-
good pick. It's a good pick.
It's
It's a
easy to
good
make
pick.
fun of the Bulls. I think it's a good pick. for
No,
sure.
it's a very good pick. That's
I
great
like the
value.
pick less than I did before the Bulls made it, but
Yeah. Well, it's like their roster is just like weird.
Like, who
But-
knows what's going on?
Like I don't
Lamar
really
still
love-
might leave.
He should leave. I don't love Buzelis and Giddy together, but as many Bulls people said, they shouldn't care about that when they make this pick, right? Like you're stuck in mediocrity. You need to just take swings. If you think Buzelis is the best chance of being a very good NBA player, he's the right pick. I think that's a good bet. Moose did call it. So now it's OKC. So this gets interesting.
This is a
Will-
potential wear team.
Will Lugens Dort be a Buck?
I don't know if I'm ready.
Oh yeah, are we just coping for the next hour until the pod starts if Ware gets taken here?
Yeah. I might take I might go take a lap.
I'll hold my Keyshawn George and Tristan Da Silva rosary beads.
They're going to
George,
take a
another guy
supreme
who-
leap to Ryan Dunn and then trade Lou Dort to the Bucks.
I'm here for that.
Wasn't Keyshawn George another guy who declined a Bucks workout?
Yep. Which I don't think means these guys are anti-Bucks. I think it means they have a very good feeling they'll go before 20, which makes sense for these players. Kel'el Ware loves us though. Who are the biggest Ware threats? I think this is one of them.
Yeah, it's
I
Thunder.
don't think they'll take a center here,
It's
but they
Thunder,
could.
it's Zards, it's Heat,
Yeah,
it's
Wizards now at 14 is scary. Heat at 15.
and Pelicans.
Pelicans are like probably for sure taking a center at 21.
Please be Messi.
I mean, I'll be very interested if one of Messi or Ware falls. I would if they took Messi, I'd be thrilled. I'd be very excited to see like how they're gonna play now, because that's a big departure.
It is. I'd prefer Ware, but I'd take Messi.
I'm gonna go crazy in the good way if we see Filipowski at like 15.
Oh my God, yes.
That's what I'm trying to manifest.
Let's make it happen. At least we don't have to worry about Zach Edey.
Have Filipowski go to the
says-
Heat just so you can hate
That
him
would be so good, dude.
on
That would be
principle
so
for two
good.
reasons.
Yeah, him and Jovic next to each other. I'll just be like, these dorks.
Oh, imagine if the Heat take Topic.
I've seen that mocked. It'd be so funny though. So like, we're the Heat. We compete every year. Our first round pick's not going to play this year.
Yeah. We've thrived off of our draft picks playing. Not this time.
Not this time. How far, if Topic is there at 23, do you think about it?
I think you'd think about it. That's a top 5 talent. I think you definitely think about it. I
I guess
think
it depends who else is there.
I think you'd do it.
If Ware and Topic are there, you take who?
I think. Oh no.
I'm taking Ware. I'm
I think
taking
it's-
Ware. I can't. I'm not taking a guy who's not going to play year one.
If I'm
That's true.
the Spurs, I would rather have taken. If I'm a Spurs fan, I'd rather have gotten Topic than thinking about picks in the 2030s.
That's actually
I'd-
fair.
I'd
But I
kinda
get from a
rather have
value
Dillingham
standpoint.
even.
But
Yeah. They must be waiting to like, which is weird because their whole thing was development, but it feels like they are waiting to just go get a star and play him with Wemby.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why you get 2030 picks, right? Like, you're not planning probably to use those in
You can
2030.
give Atlanta their own picks back.
That is on the table tonight.
Imagine, has there ever been a trade in NBA history where it's like, the Spurs trade Murray to the Hawks and then get their stuff, and then the Hawks trade Murray back to the Spurs for that stuff back?
Was one of the Harden trades like that?
No, because it kind of that kind of finalized yesterday.
No, I think Philly got the picks that. No, Brooklyn got the picks they gave up back. That's what happened.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the same teams.
It wasn't the same trade, yeah. Or the same teams, yeah, excuse me.
That would be. I feel like that's the biggest reason Atlanta's not going to trade Trae Young to San Antonio. Is because they don't want to get so clearly boat raced by another front office.
Yeah.
We gave you all our picks for a player who's worse, and then we got back equal or less for our franchise player. That's like pretty fireable. I know it's the owner's son, so he can't really get fired, but that's usually a fireable offense.
No, that's definitely a fireable offense. We got a little break from Andrew here, dealing with
Andrew's
the dog.
out. Oh, gotcha.
Look at the chat.
Which chat?
Zoom.
Oh, I can't see it.
Oh, yeah.
So
He'll
you'll
be
have
back.
to handle
He'll be
this.
back. Don't worry, everyone.
This is what happens when your team picks Saloon.
What's the next pick? Tell me who. Tell me who the
OKC.
Thunder are taking.
OKC.
I was like, tell me the
OKC in
Bulls
a
are taking. I
second.
know who the Bulls are taking.
Yeah, they got Matas, which we like.
No, it's a good
generally.
pick. It's a very good pick. You see, Jimmy is planning on having a career year. Good for him, man.
I love the next message in chat. Was he not before?
Oh man.
The Bam extension today was kind of interesting to me. Not to go full Windhorst here, but
Did you try to make a W?
no, it's the pointing.
Oh,
There's not enough
okay.
room. There's not enough room here.
Oh
Oh, we
my
got a
goodness.
dog sighting. There we go.
Need to
Love
return him
that.
to his rightful place, but he decided to break into the office.
I love
This is the
that.
best thing that's happened tonight.
Thought he'd say hi, say
Oh
bye,
yeah.
buddy.
Dog.
Hi.
Hi
You can't
and
hear me.
bye.
You have your AirPods in. But
But Bam wants the extension. Everyone wants the extension. Jimmy
I
wants
want
the
the
extension.
extension.
I want the extension too. But Jimmy wants the extension. And the Heat are like, no. Bam wants the extension. The Heat are like, by all means.
Here you go.
3 years, 160 million. Jimmy, the way
Is
he
that the Giannis
moves,
extension?
it's probably close to it.
No, but like the 3-year extension, you know?
Are you saying what do you mean by this?
Like you could have waited and gotten more, but you locked in now.
No, I think not, because he probably had 2 years remaining.
Maybe.
Let's see.
Eric's speaking truths. We need a Sophie sighting now.
I know, she's got to bust in here. Yeah, he does have 2 years left, so it's just the longest it could go.
Yeah.
Bam will be making $60 million in 2028-29.
Buzelis is choking up, getting drafted by the Bulls. You love to see that.
In a good
Obviously,
way or in a bad
hoping it's
way?
happy emotions.
Yeah, I was going to say. No!
The Bulls.
Did you see what happened to Dalen Terry?
Oh God, I forgot about Taylor Terry.
They just take another guy every year and toss him on the heap. Good luck.
Have fun. Maybe you'll work out.
We got 2 minutes, according to the ESPN draft cast, for OKC to make this pick.
Oh, on my TV, it just put them on the clock. We got it from
what do we
Fisher.
got?
It's toe pitch.
Oh, of course it is. Classic Thunder. It's our year to go all in. We'll take the guy out all year. I think it's a good pick. I think for OKC, it's justifiable. They don't really have any needs that you could address in the draft. I mean, you could say another center, but I think I think they have trade ammo to do that.
Yeah.
With the Bucks, Luguentz Dort still on the menu. I'll say that. And Kel'el Ware still on the menu.
I know that's a Ware team crossed off.
Another one made it through safely.
Hopefully it's not what am I thinking of? Sorry, I just got shown something and it threw me
Kings
off.
are up next. Oh God. Sat Kings are up.
Yeah, King. Okay. What do
So
we
the biggest wild card, they tried to trade this pick for Alex Caruso,
Yes.
and the Bulls said no, which I don't think is crazy, but a lot of people do. Are they going to trade this pick, and for whom? Would they trade this for like a Nets platter?
For I think Cam Johnson would be a great fit there.
Is that is 13 too much for him?
If you're the Kings and you had a disappointing year where you didn't really do anything after just bursting onto the scene the season before, I think you'd want to propel yourself, right?
I agree with that. So, let's spice this up a little. You give up 13, and you can Harrison Barnes for the salary, and you can dump Vesnikov and take back Cam Johnson.
God, I forgot about Vesnikov.
They want to get rid of him. He sucks, and it cuts your cap by $1 million. I mean, I think we both like Harrison Barnes, but Cam Johnson's younger. It fits their offensive stuff.
I was going to say the Harrison Barnes
sucks.
buyout, but the Bucks can't even sign him if that happens.
I think they could if they bought him out right now. It's only in season. I believe.
Is it?
It's a weird rule about when it applies. I think it takes out buyout season mid-year. I don't think it applies in the offseason.
Yeah, it's waived during the regular season. You're right.
Yep.
Buy him out right now, Brooklyn. Bring me Harrison Barnes.
He has 2 years left.
Do it anyway. Joe Tsai, you got a lot of money, man. It's fine.
Be bold. Let me see if these are fully guaranteed, because I feel like they might not be. So there's my prediction. Cam Johnson, Harrison Barnes, Sasha Vesnikov.
I could definitely see that happening. I mean, the Kings are just such a weird team. Like, I don't know what their avenues are to improve.
Oh no,
Especially,
that's
wasn't there a
fully
report
guaranteed.
about De'Aaron Fox not signing an extension?
He wants to see what's going on. He wants to scope it out.
That's not a good sign.
No, it's not great.
No, it's not a good sign at all, especially after you traded Halliburton to make him the face.
Yeah.
Less than ideal for sure.
I don't love to hear that. I've just never been a Sabonis guy, but I think they're going to trade. Eric asked if the Kings want a defender, would De Silva be the pick? I mean, at that point, I'd probably swing for Devin Carter if I was them. I just don't know if they want to keep a guy.
That's the tough part, right?
And they probably would. I don't know what they want. I feel like their team is good. I guess a starting three.
Yeah. Do you maybe trade Kevin Huerter this offseason?
I feel like that's been a rumored thing for Herter like every year of his career.
Yeah. It's only happened once though, which is shocking.
Like, yeah, can you take Connect with Herter on the roster?
I don't think so.
It's gonna have
I mean,
competition
you can,
brewing. I don't mind Devin Carter. I think Jacoby Walter makes some sense here. I think
What's
De Silva makes sense.
what's the pick? Someone tell me. Oh, I just got it. Oh, it's not the right notification.
Could they be a Jared McCain team?
I think they could if they're just. But here, my issue with that is you just re-signed the sixth man of the year, and I feel like that would be
yeah.
McCain's role. I mean, I'm not saying you can't have multiple offensive players off the bench. I don't know what they're gonna do. They have 4.5 minutes to do it.
What's our predictions?
I gave mine. Cam Johnson.
So you think okay, let's say they make the pick. What's your prediction?
I'll say Connect because it feels like they're kind of desperate to get good fast.
I'll go Carter.
I think that's a good one too.
Andrew. Oh, you said McCain.
Bub Carrington.
Oh, that'd be fun. Filipowski.
Yeah, I hope so.
I don't
Him
want
and
the Bucks
Sabonis would be the dumbest fit of all time.
Oh God, that would be ugly.
That would honestly be one of the worst things I've ever seen on a basketball.
Yeah, maybe
Both of
not.
them are occupying the same elbow trying to create offense.
Oh man.
No, it's
But
like I got this pass. No, I got this.
No, I'm
Shot
doing
clock
this
violation.
DH. They're just gonna DHO
They
to each other.
DHO with
all
each
day.
other. They're both
yeah, just
running in a
all day. They're
circle.
just ringing around the rosy with the basketball. Technically, it's a legal play.
I need it. I need it. Oh
Clayton
my
Nast
God.
isn't Keegan a starting three. I think he starts at the 4 for them technically. They
I
need
think
a
so,
3-4.
yeah.
I feel like because Sabonis is their 5.
Oh, I mean, whether you want to say Harry B is the 4 or not.
Yeah. I actually don't even like the trade I proposed that much, but I'll stick with it because they need defense realistically, right?
Yeah. Ryan Dunn shooting up the board.
Now that would be funny. I would accept it. Oh, what do we got? Nope.
We got it? Oh.
Just no, like tweet, that's all. Stand down.
See, I've tweeted about Kel'el, so I get notifications that it says and it says Kel'el, and I get a heart attack every time.
So yeah, Kelp asked earlier, I'm waiting for Ty to have his new mock moment when Ware is there and we don't take him. That's going to be Rohan.
I will take a lap.
I'll melt down if they take Filipowski under any condition, but you won't Ware the most. There's situations where they don't take Ware, and I'm happy.
Yes, it's like if you take a big, right?
Yeah.
Like if you take Misi, like I'd be upset. I wouldn't be happy about it, but I'd
Yeah.
get it, right? I'd understand it. Or if you take
I'm the what's that movie? The Glass Onion is the sequel. I'm the
Knives
Knives
Out.
Out meme. I'm the Knives Out meme with Misi.
Devin Carter.
Oh, I like it. I like the pick. Where I'm like, I don't understand it, but it compels me or whatever. It fascinates me. That's me with Misi if they take him. But Devin Carter at 13. I like this pick too. That's a very solid pick for the Kangs. If they're gonna keep it, which it sounds like they are, we have no reports either way.
I'm trying to find his KOC comp.
Oh, yeah,
Drew
we haven't been
Holiday.
doing
Drew
oh
Holiday.
God. Oh my.
Yo, KOC had Ricochet 11th on his big board.
Yeah, he was a Ricochet hater.
It's probably bodes well for him.
Jason just tuned in. What's going on?
Do you see
Pretty fun
what's his
draft
name?
so far.
What's his name? Oh God, Killian Hayes didn't even make the French national team.
Yeah, I did.
Kings have had
King-
significant trade talks around 13, but focused on Devin Carter, according to Woj.
Yeah. So here's the draft recap. Reese Shea, who is Harrison Barnes and Tobias Harris, went first overall. These are player comps via KOC. If I'm a Hawks fan, I'm turning off the internet forever after I hear those comps. Alex Sarr, who is Nick Claxton and Jaren Jackson Jr. I actually like those comps. Goes to the Wizards at 2. Reed Shepard goes to the Rockets at 3. Steve Nash?
And Derek White, two guys
Get
who
out
obviously
of
play
here.
the same level of basketball.
Oh my God. Goes 3 to the Rockets.
That's horrible.
Stephon Castle goes 4. He is Andre Iguodala. Only one comp for Castle to the Spurs. Who went 5 to the Pistons? Dillingham?
Yeah, Dillingham.
No, not Dillingham.
Or yeah, Ron Holland. Sorry.
Cam Whitmore and theoretical Josh Jackson.
Josh Jackson.
He just says whatever.
Josh Jackson is a freaking center.
Saloon. No, he's not. He's a small.
He played small ball 5.
Well, yeah, a little bit. Saloon is Aaron Gordon and Chandler Parsons at 6 to the Hornets. The Blazers got a lot of people will feel like is the steal of the draft with Donovan Clingan, who's Rudy Gobert and Marc Gasol.
Don't see Marc Gasol.
Yeah, I don't see Gasol there. I'm going through the mocks.
Then it was Dillingham.
Yeah, Dillingham, who got traded to the Wolves in the big shock of the draft so far for
Lou Williams
future
and
first
Bones
and future
Highland.
swap. Don't hate those comps.
And then it was Edey.
Zach Edey. Oh, who's the comp here?
Oh boy, Jonas
How far down is he?
Valanciunas and Ivica Zubac.
I don't see Zubats, but I don't hate Valanciunas.
I see
Edey at
Valanciunas.
9 to the Grizzlies is a shocker.
Jazz to Cody Williams.
Did they just call him Jalen Williams?
I can't wait till you get to Dalton Connect here on the comps.
Shades of Jalen Rose. Wow.
Whoa. Wait, I need to read Connect now. He hasn't been picked yet. But
And then Kings Thunder was Topic. No, wait, I skipped
Oh my
Bulls.
God. Dalton Connect is Chris Middleton and Max Strus. Dog.
Don't disrespect Chris Middleton like that
KOC
ever
is
again.
out of his gourd. Who did we miss?
We missed
Devin Carter.
No, Buzelis.
Oh yeah. Who's Buzelis?
Franz Wagner and Lamar Odom.
Wow.
And then Kings took Devin Carter, shades of Drew Holiday.
I gotta refresh that tab. I couldn't make it load. The KOC comps are one of my favorite parts of every draft cycle.
It's so funny.
JR says, I think we trade out of the draft altogether and bring Big Hugo over. The issue with that is he's not good.
Yeah, that's the primary issue.
If he was, I'd be on board.
Hugo Basson to be clear for
The
everyone.
Bucks picked the wrong draft to take a French guy, clearly. This is the French year.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and then OKC took Topic, who is Goran Dragic, not Nikola Jokic or Nikola Jovic.
Is that seriously what it says?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The Dragic comp, I actually think he nailed it. He looks a lot like Dragic to me. Yeah, the Franz Wagner Lamar Odom combo player is
That's one heck of a player.
like who? I'm trying to think of who that actually is. That's like LeBron.
I was gonna say Giannis.
Like that's an incredible player.
What were you gonna
Is
say?
Topic gonna steer into the Dragic comp even more and like from the Bucks era where he'd like post an Instagram fit right like after a game where he logged 0.00 minutes? Is like that gonna be a thing?
I feel like he's gonna learn the ways from Chet. He's gonna learn the ways of not doing anything for a year from Chet.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
No commercials, please.
Trade Brook for this pick. Who's on the clock?
But
Portland? No,
Yeah,
Wiz.
yeah, Wiz.
No, I would not trade Brook for this pick.
Oh God, this could be a wear team.
There's not enough players I want.
Bob
that I think
Carrington.
Okay. Another wear team passes. Bub Carrington. So you had called him out as a good pick for the last one, I think, Andrew. What do you like about Bub, besides the name, which is Bub
Shades
Carrington?
of Big Lou Williams.
Fire.
Is that KOC's
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
comp? Well, I know it was a good had a good pull-up game, good passer. I think that people like his upside as a perimeter defender, but like that necessarily wasn't fully formed at Pittsburgh. Um, yeah, this is a one and done, right? The only 1 year at Pittsburgh.
Believe so.
So yeah, uh, interesting guy. I've seen him
Yeah,
play a little bit
he's not even
in the
19 yet.
ACC. Yeah.
Oh, Jay called him
Uh,
Carlton. Come on, dude. We're calling
It's
him
Bub.
Bub.
It's Bub.
That's Bub. I did think that was two different players at one point in the draft cycle. I will admit. I was like,
I
what
don't
is
blame you.
Carlton?
I don't blame you.
Like I feel like he's just gonna, if he turns into what they think he can be, he's just gonna be a like heat check guard off the bench, playmaker, shot creator, mostly for
I,
himself.
I do shiver a little bit about him and Jordan Poole on the same team. But again,
God, I forgot Jordan Poole existed.
you should not make first round picks because you have Jordan Poole on a crazy contract, though. Like
I think that's why you're making these first round picks where you
well,
are.
it is. But like, you know what I mean. I just love the message from Seeks: elite midi for Bub. That's just like the best combination of four words in the English language possible.
And Jason makes a good point. Bub, 10 out of 10 name, like
Yeah.
all name team for this draft. So that's another aspect I like about it.
That's true. The bad rim numbers, yeah, that's hoopers don't need to get to the rim.
It's a Giannis
Pull up,
hater over
drain
here.
it. Okay, who is... Oh, no, I don't want the big board. I want the mock draft. 15... Ooh, uh-oh. Miami Heat. Scary hours.
Filipowski.
Please. I've seen it mocked.
Let's make it happen.
Would they take Connect? I feel like how many white shooters can you have? I mean, really. Connect is really falling, though. I mean, I wouldn't hate it if they did take him, even though I don't think he's a great fit. I mean, that's hand in glove to Philly if he gets there, right?
I think so.
Like, they're competing. Like, he can slot in anywhere, really, just like a bench offensive guy. That'd be great value at 15 or 16. Or 17 to the Lakers if he's going to be like this draft faller. Honestly, does Orlando trade up a little bit? Orlando needs some half-court juice, right? A little bit of shooting. Like,
I mean, why not? With the way this draft is starting to fall, I mean, I don't see why not.
I mean, they were a team that it made sense if they were in on Malik Monk, and they obviously lost out on the chance to do that. So I think if you could trade up a little bit here to like the Heat, like a Florida draft trade here, Florida, and take Connect, I'd be a big fan of that for Orlando.
I mean, yeah. If you're Orlando, what do you offer to move up?
Shams, what are you doing?
What did he do?
He just sent the Bub Carrington again.
Shams, what are you doing?
Come on.
He deleted it already.
Of course he did. I don't know how he does it so fast. How do you know it's bad and delete that?
No,
fast?
he didn't delete it.
Oh. Another one. Is this him again? It is.
What's going on
Is
here,
Twitter
Shams?
just broken? Is he not actually?
No, he tweeted
Oh, no,
15
yeah.
seconds ago.
He deleted it twice because he put. Oh no, he took out sources say?
He's-
Why?
I don't know. I think the pick has already been announced.
Then you don't need to do it again then.
What's going on here?
3
blame
minutes,
Elon.
24 seconds left
Same.
for the Heat. I blame Elon too. So Miami Heat needs Jimmy Butler replacement. Jacoby Walters right here. I mean,
Bob
what do the
Carrington's
Heat
second
need?
cousin of Rudy Gay.
What do the Heat need with this draft pick? Like, let's just assume Jimmy's around. Jimmy, Tyler Hero, bam.
They need to trade heroes.
Yeah, I mean, good luck. Jared McCain is interesting. Like, do you just upgrade Hero and try to get rid of him? But how do you get rid of him? He's expensive now. De Silva, you just want to plug and play wing? De Silva would be a sickeningly good Heat player.
He would be
Yeah,
an
De
amazing.
Silva's
Heat
a guy
player.
that goes to the Heat and becomes a stud. That's 100%.
Oh,
How far is he going to fall? Like, Orlando's another team I would
eyes
think would
open
be on him.
23.
Yeah.
We're
It's
getting
possible, but
close.
feels unlikely. The Connect fall is really interesting. I'll say that.
If it's one of those situations where, and I don't want to speak anything into existence, where you have like three guys you like on the board, which I think happens every time Numac does a Packers draft live show.
Yeah. And they take none
And then
of
they
them.
take just AJ Johnson or something.
I will. I'll be very mad if they take.
I
AJ
will
Johnson.
I will start Joe Ingles yelling.
Robbie accidentally working on a Dr. Disrespect Doc bit in the chat is incredible content. Yeah, we can't just call Dr. Disrespect Doc in the Bucks chats.
Nope.
We need to be very clear.
Nope.
Thankfully, Doc's not on Twitter. He's too busy podcasting.
He is too busy. Doc, come on the Euro stuff.
Here's Dame's secrets. I'm going to tell them all.
Here's his bank account information. Jared McCain,
Okay, so
according to Fish.
we'll see then. He's tentative now. He said they're expected to take. He's
Shades
like,
of somewhere between Steph and Seth Curry.
I kind of see the comp.
That's
like,
a major gap.
It's a major
Like,
gap.
he
It's a
could
major
be
gap.
out of the league or he could be an MVP.
Seth is a Hornet. Thank you very much.
He could be out of the league or he could be an MVP.
He could be a Ferrari or he could be a Toyota Camry. These
Either
are
way, he's hitting people in Charlotte.
Camry's a
Yeah.
good car.
Yeah.
I agree. My car's 25 years old, so who might have thought?
Oh, what a shades of somewhere between Steph and Seth Curry is taking me out.
Why
Like,
are people saying Dunn RIP?
what?
Keith said Dunn They didn't take Dunn. Am I seeing a different
What? What happened to
in the
Dunn?
YouTube chat? I don't know.
No, I see that, but like, what are you talking about, Keith?
What's going on with Dunn? And then Sal asked about Dunn too. They took Jared McCain. Well, maybe. Well, is this a Jake Fisher joke that it's just going to be someone else?
It'd be crazy. Unfollowing if that's the case. Sorry, Jake, you've lost your notification privileges. And just your follow. I didn't follow him until right now to turn his notifications off.
I feel disrespected as a viewer. Oh, okay, Keith.
Oh. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Wait, what? Oh,
No.
Jake did
No.
it again.
No.
Kel'el at 15.
No.
Shams. Jake Fisher. What are you doing?
He's got to sit out for the rest of the night. He's got to go into timeout.
No.
I'm taking the noties off. I'm done. That's twice.
Ty, this is my fault. I'm the first one to
No.
alert you to.
It would have came up here anyway.
Not
Nobody's off.
Miami. Not Miami.
Brutal.
He personally offended me thinking that the Hornets were going to trade back. He gave me a
So
little hope that there was some smart front officing going on, and there
I
wasn't.
did-
And now this.
I did see a rumor that the Heat wanted a center next to Bam. I think this is an interesting play for them. I don't think it's a slam dunk. I think I like the fit a lot better in Milwaukee. Yeah, I'm sad to see Kel'el go.
Let's get that big De Silva drop. Let's go.
That's gonna, and until Rohan's gone, take a walk, Rohan. De Silva to the Sixers is definitely a little scary. I think Connect would make sense there too, as I said before. Oh, Jake Fisher apologized. Well, that's good, but
And he did so in dramatic fashion.
it's fucking wear. I'm so sorry, y'all. Oh, I accept the apology. Nobody's back on.
Oh, God. That's how I would react if I did something like that.
Yeah,
So fair play.
good for him. Good for
Yeah.
him. Rohan is devastated. I'm low-key devastated too. I mean, there's red flags with Ware for sure. I think Miami's obviously another good development team to get the best out of him. I think
Jake
he is
Fisher.
a good pick.
Texting some video coordinator to go fuck himself. Next
You made
Spolstra
me
my ass.
you made me apologize to the tweeps.
Oh, God.
So who do we want now? Moose says. A great question. We want Dalton
This is
Connect.
pain.
Dalton
This is-
Connect,
this is a
Tristan
lot
De
of pain.
Silva. Yeah, I know, Rohan.
I think Missy could
I'm
be
sad.
an
I mean, it's
interesting
10
project.
picks. You can't be that sad 10 picks
I
ahead.
can. Don't tell me not to be sad, Ty.
That's fair. This is better than him going at 22.
Is it? Because it's Miami.
Yes. Yeah, I think it is.
I
I'm
have to
not
see
that
this
worried.
guy be amazing for the Miami Heat.
Maybe. There's red flags. His engagement level. They might cut him.
They're gonna give him like 15 PEDs and he'll be fine.
That doesn't help your engagement level.
Oh, this.
I almost got LaMelo balled outside that arena once. It was via a fan leaving the game, not a player.
That's not.
We're going 30 minutes on Cream City now. The timeouts are rolling.
So what did we figure out what happened with Jake Fisher?
He apologized. He just got it wrong.
Are we taking his notifications off?
I put it back on.
Oh, Ron, you missed the apology.
Yeah,
No, I see
he
it now.
apologized. Yeah,
I see it.
he won us back over with that. Very genuine. I'm giving him another chance.
How do you miss that bad?
Andrew goes, he's texting some video coordinator right now. Go fuck yourself.
Oh man, this sucks.
Kelp is impressed by the instant copium from. This is what I do. If like Fallout was happening, nuclear holocaust, I'd be like, actually, think about all the debt you just don't have to pay anymore. Guess who doesn't have to clock into work on Monday? Come on, Rohan. It's gonna be okay. Think about the brave new world of Ease Missy. If they take Filipowski,
no.
I'm losing it though.
That's what they're set up to do, man. Please make a trade with the Bucks, Pat Riley.
No, I don't want that. That doesn't feel like it goes well. I wasn't doing the I think you should leave bit, but that's a good bit. Yeah, where was mocked to the Bucks or below the Bucks on a lot of mock drafts? But I think there was the fear that he could be come on, he's a 7-footer who shoots. Like, why would he not go high?
Because
20
wanted
years
him.
old. I wanted him too. Tristan Da Silva, Keyshawn George.
I was gonna say, are we on the Keyshawn George train now?
Copeland, let's go.
I'm devastated.
Keyshawn George is going to be the next.
This is why I don't do draft stuff.
Keyshawn George, Paul George.
I become hyper fixated on one player.
Is one the son of the other? Who can say?
What?
Keyshawn George, Paul George.
Oh,
family.
I don't think they are.
No, Keyshawn's going to be the dad in this relationship. He's ready. He's going to get picked next, though.
Oh, this is all. Oh.
We've got one draft pick in the history of GSPN that I think was manifested successfully, and that was Brock Wilken to the Milwaukee Brewers.
Marjan.
And Marjan. I just think one of those is going to have a better career.
Hey, listen here, buddy. Listen, year 3 Marjan is going to prove you all wrong.
So let's do some work here. Let's say connect.
I don't want to do work, Ty.
Well, I'm sorry. So here's the teams left between now and the Bucks: Sixers, Lakers, Magic, Raptors, Cavs, Pelicans, Suns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 picks to go. On our boards, I don't have our boards pulled up. Who are we excited about?
I can pull up mine.
I know we're sad about where, but guys still on the board. Eves Missy, Keyshawn George, Tristan Da Silva, Dalton Connect is very intriguing. I'm a quiet Jacoby Walter fan.
Isaiah Collier is still dropping.
And Jared McCain, who I thought was gone, but of course isn't gone. Thanks, Jake.
Jake, Jake. He let me think that the Heat
He let
weren't
all of
doing
us
it.
think.
And Shams ruined my day. You want to hear? Do you want? Let me lighten the mood a little bit.
Okay.
Uh, so I was talking to someone, right? And they said,
It's a great start, a great hook to a story.
yeah. Well, I'm not going to tell everyone who the person is.
That's
Uh,
fine. It's just a funny way to.
and
I
they
was
were
talking to
and
a person.
and I was like, I don't really like Shams, because
Yeah.
obvious reasons. And then without missing
Sure.
a beat, they were like, yeah, he's an Indian guy talking basketball. He's the apex predator, and you're, I'm like, I hate you so.
Wow.
I was like, that's one of the funniest things anyone's ever said.
What complexion was the person who said
No,
this?
no, no, no. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was funny.
Oh, so it was a white person.
Listen.
That's what you're saying.
I want to get it on
That's
the record
bold.
that it was not me. I just
No,
wanna
it
go
was
ahead.
it was not
Wasn't
it was
me
not
either.
any of you guys. It
Wasn't
was
me
not
either.
any of you
That's
guys.
bold. I'm not wading into geopolitics today. I'm saving that for the premium pod.
Me and Rohan have a big cricket match in the morning though.
Ooh,
England
yeah, we
versus
do.
versus India in the semifinal. Sorry, Adam.
Ah, India's gonna win it. Can tell.
Sure are.
Likely thing for them to
Um,
do.
Terrence Shannon Jr. is still there. I'm just not that big on him. He's
No.
old. He's not a great shooter. Don't think he's a great defender. I think he kind of just played bully. I think he's going to be a second round pick, honestly. But I heard he's shooting up boards after the court resolution, so we'll see. The pick is in for Philly.
Wait, report it then.
It's in. It's close to the vest.
It's got to be Connect.
Jared McCain.
Jared McCain.
Oh,
The slide continues. The LA Lakers have Jared McCain fall right to them at 17. Or not Jared, excuse me. Dalton Connect at 17. Do they take him? Oh, JJ Redick? Yeah.
Oh man, they're taking
Yeah,
Connect.
they're taking him.
They're taking.
This guy's got a certain something. Don't know what it is, but
no, JJ's going to take Baylor Shireman right here.
Oh my God, Filipowski inbound.
does
Baylor
JJ feel
Shireman.
does JJ feel he can't take a white player here, given the reporting this week?
Reporting. Let's not call it reporting.
What should I say it? The allegation this week? That
The
makes it sound
rumor.
even worse. That sounds
Rumor.
worse.
Let's say rumor.
I mean, a person said it was them.
Yes. I don't know what to call it.
Reporting is not right.
How about we don't talk about it?
recounting? The
Yeah.
recounting. Is done a reach at 23? I wouldn't like it very much. Yeah, I think Connect. I mean, anyone who takes Connect now, I'm like, yeah, that's amazing. Like, I think he comes into the NBA as a good offensive player. In this draft, that's a huge coup.
Like, what is gonna like? Why is this happening? Like, is this like when Peyton Wilson got drafted in like the 5th or 6th round or whatever, and he didn't have any ACLs or something?
I think he's got ACLs.
Is he
he's
just
old?
Is he just like two guys my height in a trench coat?
I saw it.
Numak, can you drop that? Or not? I called you Numak again.
Why do you
Rohan,
keep calling?
you guys look exactly alike. Can you drop that in the GSPN Discord chat in our main? No?
No.
Oh, it's such a funny.
Okay,
reach
okay,
up.
I'll do it. In the
Everyone
main
join the Discord.
in
Everyone join
the
Discord.
Euro group, sure.
Yeah, just throw it in the Euro group. It's draft night.
We
Cut
can get-
loose.
Hey, we can get our producer on that, Jamie. Jamie, you want to drop that?
Yeah, Jamie.
Okay, good.
Surely Connect doesn't make it past Orlando. I would think not. How do we tip, like donate? We don't take donations on YouTube, but you can sign up at gspn.info to GSPN Premium for $8 per month. Get commercial-free pods, a weekly exclusive pod, written content, and more. So that's how you can do that. Is Ethan Happ available? Ethan Happ's available probably for a 9 to 5 if you're hiring. So, yes. Yes, I think he is.
That got me.
Bronny James. Now we're talking.
Oh, no. You know what? If it meant LeBron's coming, I'll take it.
Yeah, I don't think it does, but
Can you imagine though? Bron for the minimum?
If LeBron James is a Milwaukee Buck, I don't think
finally.
the space-time continuum cannot just erupt in on itself. Giannis playing with LeBron James. Say those two words together. How
LeBron
does it sound?
James. I
like
would
that.
talk about LeBron every day for the next year. Has
You-
Dame
you'd
not
be-
released any more music?
I'd be like, you know what? Space Jam 2 is actually slept on. It's pretty good.
A great film, especially with the family.
Wait, which film?
Space Jam 2, if LeBron's a Buck.
Oh yeah. I'll
Top
watch
3
Space.
films of all
I'll watch
time.
original Space Jam for the first time just to say Space Jam 2 is better.
Original Space Jam, they inflated his stats. That's a reference to the Michael Jordan
Scottie
steals
Pippen,
and
yeah.
blocks controversy.
Ooh.
What
What's
was I
the
about to say?
what's the pick?
They still have 3 minutes and 43 seconds, Rohan.
They've already made the pick.
No, it's not in.
No, but like internally.
I don't think they have. This is just like Draft Day, a prolific movie where now the Lakers are going, why is he sliding? They're calling up. Did anyone go to his birthday party? What am I missing here, Sonny? Sonny goes, listen, kid, you don't want this problem.
Are you quoting from the movie?
That was not a quote exact, but it was a pretty good it was a
Paraphrasing?
pretty good it was a pretty good illustration of the scene.
Ooh, illustration.
No, I think because I feel bad because I said we would make Dame's music go platinum if he came to the Bucks years ago. I don't think he's put out anything except his Goodbye to Portland, which is too somber of a song to go platinum.
Yeah. He needs to get a Giannis feature.
Or Freddie Gibbs, who made a song called Giannis.
That's true. I think that counts.
I think that does count. He should work
Yeah.
with Freddie Gibbs. He's made like 8 songs with Lil Wayne. They are actually frequent
Crazy.
contributors now.
I thought Lil Wayne like retired like 5 years ago.
Not for Dame.
I think he retired from like I think he does features still, obviously.
Yeah.
But
He probably has nothing left to say.
Freddie is sick. I agree, John. The Heat really did it, man. That's upsetting.
Chief Tacoma drops in the best stat pull of the night. Hap putting up 12 and 8 in the Spanish league, but shot 46% from free throw.
Turns out they blindfolded him when he went to the line.
That is awful.
Oh my god.
46%.
It's like
Ben
the Savannah
Simmons, I think,
Bananas.
shot higher.
I mean, I wonder what he's trying. He's got to do something crazy, right? You should probably try between the legs at this point.
He should
He
go
tried
behind the
two-hand,
back.
it didn't work.
Like,
He tried granny style, it didn't work. One hand didn't work.
what's Ben Simmons' career?
I bet it's decent.
His career is 58.9. Last season he shot
Yeah.
40% from the line.
Oh, Dalton Connect.
Oh, there we go.
He wasn't going to slide to the Bucks, so
No.
you kind of just expect that. So Connect gone, which makes sense. Orlando, I think you messed up. I think you should have traded up and grabbed him, but that's okay. Orlando,
He's going to take
Toronto,
Tristan Da Silva.
Orlando, Toronto, Cleveland, New Orleans, Phoenix, who may trade down to get second so they can shave tax bill. That's been a big rumor this week. They're talking to teams with like 3 second-rounders so they can get the second-round minimum exception and fill out their damn roster.
Yeah. Because they need rosters, like viable rosters.
Yeah. Your boy Roan got Ice Cube on the pod?
You know, here's a story.
Oh boy.
So, on this past Saturday, one of my good friends got married. Congrats to him and his wife. I hope they're enjoying their honeymoon in Jamaica right now. But
Is he an NBA guy? Is he following this, you think, like the draft?
no.
Not like me on my honeymoon?
No,
Not
it's a
showing
Dame.
thigh and making videos about Damian Lillard?
That's an iconic video.
A spunky little guy. Go
It's
on with the
iconic.
story. Yeah.
But we were sitting in the room right beforehand because
I love the way you set up stuff. So we're sitting in a room.
like with all the groomsmen. Like
How did you meet,
beforehand.
Rohan?
So I was in a place and there was a person, and he was my friend.
And then we're like trying to watch something on TV because we had already finished setting up.
Jake. Okay, Jake Silva says Tristan Da Silva to Orlando at 18.
Jake Silva.
Tristan Da Silva, according to Jake Fisher.
All of his.
So
I
So
said
this
that.
will
I
make
called
one
that.
of his
I just
right
called that.
takes kill us. His wrong takes kill us. His right takes kill us.
Yo, Jake's he's having a wild
we
one.
don't know. I'm not gonna lock this one in yet. He
I'm gonna
did
be
get Bob
honest.
Carrington right, but he was late, I think. Oh no,
If
was
you
he first?
go,
He was first.
if you go 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts though, like you got to pack it up for the day.
Yeah. I think he was first to toe pitch too. He's actually been kind of crushing.
Oh, he said. Also, he said, "Let's try this again."
I know he's endearing about it at least.
I hate it because I recognize it.
Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah.
You were
Yeah.
at a place with a guy.
Yeah. So we're just all hanging out, trying to figure out what to watch on TV at like 11 a.m. on a Saturday. And we're like, let's watch some Big Three basketball. It's terrible.
Is that when was this? Recently?
Saturday.
It was on?
Yeah.
Wow.
They just
I didn't know
started.
that. Oh.
It's not great. It's
Was
just
Caitlin Clark playing?
no. God.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Nice try,
I don't even
Q.
want to think about what would happen if she was on the court with them. Like these guys are bad. They're very
Is there
bad.
anyone you remember playing? Like this former NBA guys, right?
Yeah, there were. We were watching Ghost Ballers versus Enemies. Nick Young was coaching a team.
A Ghost Ballers game is must-see TV.
Yeah.
What a terrible team name. Ghost Ballers.
I think that's actually kind of sick.
No, come on. That's like what a default create a team would be like in like 2K Street 2.
I think it's kind of sick. Wait, here, let me find out the Big Three rosters. But there were some wild teams. So Ghost Ballers. This is a weird website. Mike Taylor from Milwaukee. Jonathan Simmons. Chris Johnson. Darnell Jackson. George Gervin's the coach? What? What are you doing there?
He could probably still give them good minutes based on the rest of that
absolutely.
roster.
And then the enemies were Jordan Crawford, Isaiah Austin.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like, good for Isaiah
Remember
Austin.
when he got drafted by the NBA?
Yeah.
An odd moment in history.
Elijah Stewart, Quincy
Shams
Miller,
locks in Da Silva. So my number one is gone.
Chris Allen, and the coach is Nick Young.
Love that you're powering through the Big Three roster.
It was horrible. It was horrible basketball. You know what's a fun rule in the Big Three? Apparently you can challenge a call, but then your players just play one-on-one.
So that's how you decide if you win or not?
Yeah.
That is pretty cool. So a heartbreaking sequence. Kel'el Ware to Miami. Jared McCain to Philly is fine. Dalton connects fall stops at 17 to the Lakers. Orlando takes Tristan Da Silva. 4 picks left before the Bucks. Toronto is on the clock. Obviously, I'm the Keyshawn George guy.
Yeah.
Anyone but Filipowski also kind of works.
Apparently ESPN, this is according to Jackson Frank. Shout out Jackson Frank. ESPN gave Reed Shepherd the sneaky athletic label and Dalton Connect the gym rat label.
Oh, man. They're playing the hits today.
Yeah, we are playing the hits. And then we were watching
Jacoby
killer
Walter
threes.
probably goes before in these next 4 picks.
I think
right?
so.
Johnny Furphy, who to
No, I
me
don't
is
think
still
this
just
high.
he's just like a big guy. He's number 2 now with Da Silva gone on ESPN's top player board.
I don't believe it.
I would love if Collier went.
Yeah, that'd be good so the Bucks don't have to worry.
He's been linked to Toronto, hasn't he?
Maybe. Shades of Dion Waiters, according to KOC.
Oh, God. What happened to his stock?
Dion, he had his plane accident.
Where are we on Holmes?
Oh, yeah. So much for blowing those workouts off. You're getting pretty close to 23 here, pal.
I think his promise is to the Nuggets.
Then why would you not want to work out higher than that?
Ask Chris Livingston.
The second round is different than first round. And the Bucks are a better situation. Chris Livingston was going to be an end-of-bench guy. He wanted a guaranteed contract. Deron Holmes could start for the Bucks next year if they trade Brook Lopez. He's never going to start for Denver. I wouldn't love it. I'm just saying. He's never to a place you're never going to be a starter.
Yeah.
At a worse pick, you make less money. Maybe Holmes is going to go.
I think I'd take him anyway. I think I like him more than the rest of those guys.
I love Keyshawn. I like Messi too. I'd be fascinated.
I'd be okay with Messi.
Jalen Tyson's 14th on this list, pretty low. Dunn scares me. Shannon, I just don't think, I don't know. I don't see the vision with Shannon personally. And Furphy, again, I'm just like, you're just a big guy who's here. I don't know what you do. Is a trade becoming more likely?
I think maybe. I really do.
Up, down, or out?
I think out.
What happened to all the big trades in this draft? I hyped up this draft. Pretty boring so far. I mean, fun picks. Minnesota did their part.
Minnesota had the splashiest move.
I feel like the Raptors here, I would guess Jacoby Walter, or they reach, or, I don't know, or Collier. That's my official guess for the Raptors.
Let's hope they take Collier.
I'm fine if they take Jacoby too.
I bet you the Go ahead.
Is this Ben Golliver tweet correct? Where he says the Lakers select Dalton Knecht at number 17 and Not Like Us plays in Brooklyn's Barclays Center. Some fans rapping along.
Did it
Oh,
actually?
I hope so.
No way.
I hope so too.
I hope so too.
They should play it after every pick. They should definitely play it after Toronto's pick.
They should have played it after the Bulls Thunder trade.
I bet you the Pelicans take Messi.
That's been a very popular mock.
I think he's gonna fall to them. Like not
Filipowski,
fall, like he'll be there.
Filipowski. Come on,
Filip-
Rohan. Bring the energy.
Oh, last time we did that, they took Kel'el Ware.
They can't take Kel'el Ware again.
I
That's a
know, but
penalty.
now it's gonna be Keyshawn George when we.
That would be sad. He is mocked to Toronto at 9th. I'm looking at him right here. Danny Chow is doing first round 1 grades for some reason.
Already?
Yeah. Live
Bro, round
now.
1's not over yet. Like, give yourself a break.
Atlanta Hawks B. Washington Wizards A. Rockets A. Ron Holland only a B+. Saloon B-. Doesn't hate it. Rob Dillingham trade A?
For Minnesota? I think so.
B- for the Grizz taking Edie. He just gives everyone an A or a B. Oh, C+ for Ware. Wow.
Oh.
All right, let me go back to the mock.
Oh,
4 picks.
the energy's been taken out of me.
The Ware. It's the sucker punch nature of it really is what hurts.
It really is. It had to be Miami. That's the worst of it.
I know. Shout out to 130 people watching us
yeah.
talk about so much random stuff right now. If you're new here, please like the video and subscribe. We do a lot of Bucks and other Wisconsin sports content too.
And more.
If it's Filipowski, you guys are getting and guys and girls are getting an all-time meltdown today.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I have one in me. I'm concerned.
Hi. Can we
What?
can we chat? Can we chat for a minute?
What's up?
Is this going to be a situation where nothing you do will allow you to talk yourself into this pick over the next few weeks? You're going to have to do Eurostep episodes. We know that's coming. You're going to have to evaluate and come to terms with what happened. Do you think you'll be able to talk yourself into Filipowski or no?
I don't know, man. Negative wingspan centers.
I think you'd have to see it. You'd have to see it work.
No, I
before-
don't.
I don't think you can talk yourself into it.
I'm gonna try.
Like, what's the point of Filipowski on the Bucks? What's the
To
point? I'm
upset
already
Ty.
starting to rant, and it hasn't happened yet. But like, what's the point? Why do you need him? What is he gonna do on the court?
He's going to start at center.
And do what?
Dribble.
That's the worst part. Like,
He's going to...
Jacoby Walter to Toronto.
Okay, fine. Isaiah Collier, manifesting Isaiah Collier soon. Big question on
To
what
not
the
the Bucks.
Cavaliers do. Yeah.
Just
Again,
to be
it'd
clear.
fascinating. I don't know what the Cavs do here. Do they trade this pick?
What's
I think I heard some Furphy buzz. I'm gonna say Furphy.
Jacoby Walter, shades of KCP.
Good player. Not a bad comp. A little lazy, but not bad. Every 6'4", 3-and-D player is KCP.
Yo, what did ESPN take Woj's phone away, by the way? He hasn't tweeted in 40 minutes.
What if he's cooking up a crazy trade?
With the Heat, so the Bucks get Kel'el where?
Perhaps. Whoa. Tone it down. Too exciting.
Oh God, the watch tan.
Oh, exposed yourself.
Oh, I tweeted
Now
a photo
now
of it
people are
earlier.
gonna be people who weren't watching the screen are gonna be tuning in now.
It's bad, isn't it?
It's not bad. Relax.
I know I'm not upset about it. It happens every year.
True. This is very interesting the way the draft is falling.
It's not at all what I expected it to be. Which speaks to what I said up top, right?
The
Like no one
Connect fall is the biggest surprise. I'm not that surprised Ware got sniped that early. The Connect fall is a huge surprise to me, down to 17. And I still think like the Wolves trading up for Dillingham to me is like bonkers. Definitely did not see that one coming. Edie at 9 is pretty. Edie before all of Cody Williams, Matas Buzelis, Nikola Topic, Devin Carter. Wow, didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
And Connect, of course. Unfortunately, we did see what the Hornets were going to do coming.
Yeah, because they told someone about it earlier.
They told Kristen.
They're like, we know no one's going to take this guy before us, so we're going to be able to take him.
Ja posted an IG story, but I don't think it's going to get him suspended.
What did he do?
It's just about how big Edie is. It's like a movie clip where like a person runs into a huge guy.
Ooh.
Clayton, I don't want any of those players. No offense. I would like Misi. I would like George the most. After that, I'm not very excited.
We're getting real close.
My guy Bobby.
Oh, Klinman?
Are there any French guys left?
I don't think he is. Oh, Pacom Daddier.
Yeah,
Daddy.
Dadia, yeah.
Daddy gang.
Wasn't
Tyler
he
Smith?
wasn't he linked to the Bucks in a report or something?
I think he was. I feel like it's going to start to get weird now, the draft. I think we're going to start seeing some reaches soon. Not reaches. You know what I mean. Some surprise picks.
I
don't
still
know
think
if there's-
I think Kolek goes to Phoenix.
I think they might trade down, though. The pick is in. What do we got?
Don't we know this pick?
Oh, no. Come on, ESPN. It still just says the pick is in. We must be so far behind the Cavs here. Yeah, I'm still guessing Furphy.
Furphy? Okay. Yeah, I can see it. Imagine they take Collier.
I would like that too. Is Darius Garland gone?
I was gonna say, is that as a DG replacement?
That'd be really interesting.
I mean, I think it's a better fit with Mitchell.
Perhaps. I don't know if he's that good of a defender anyway, but yeah, I think it makes some sense.
I think
It's a harder fit with their bigs with less spacing, but I guess
he's just so small. He doesn't help
Kenny
that.
might have him shooting.
He reminds me, you know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of Davion Mitchell.
Yeah. But I don't
Which
think
is
he's that
not
good of a
good.
defender. I don't think he's that good of a defender.
No, and he's a better offensive player, but
Yeah. Maybe.
I think yes. No,
3
definitely
minutes,
yes.
45 seconds left for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yeah, I bet they would have liked to take Walter.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think they
Why is Michael Porter Jr. trending?
Uh-oh. It's never a good reason.
I
I don't want to
know.
click on it.
I don't want to know.
Let's not.
I really have no. Now I'm kind of fascinated though.
Parents named
I
him
ha-
Jacoby after Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, apparently.
Oh, Jordan Kobe. That's his. Wow. That's bold. It really worked out though.
Yeah, he's in the
Even
NBA.
if he's not a good NBA player, I mean that worked.
Yeah.
Maybe Jacoby should be on my list.
Of kid names?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's generational wealth.
Or you'd have to do it for a new era, though. It'd have to be like Le Steph or something.
Yeah, Chris. Giannis Chris. GikHris. Khris.
Maybe you ask Mrs. Eurostep before you commit to anything.
No, it's
I'm
okay.
just
She'll
saying
be on
on the
board.
list.
She's Mrs.
Woj
Euros.
is back.
Oh,
Cleveland has Jalen Tyson at the top of board.
Jalen
source says.
Tyson.
We love it. We love it. We love a reach. Oh, they just think MPJ looks like Nikola Topic? That's crazy. Don't know if I see the vision on that. I'm not mad at all about Jalen. I mean, I don't hate Jalen Tyson. Oh, Shams has Eves Missy to the Pelicans already.
At 21? Oh, man.
They're rushing in. So there goes
I
Missy.
told you. I told you.
Yep.
So now what? Now what? It's Keyshawn George, I guess.
Oh, man. Oh, wait, was it only one pick left or two?
Yeah. Yeah, Suns.
One?
It's just Suns.
Oh, man. You know what? Let's start the pod right now so we can live react.
Let's do it.
Oh, wait. Are we bringing Jordan on?
Is he here?
I don't think he's here yet.
No, Andrew, you're here. So that's
Yeah,
what matters.
Andrew's on for now. Yeah, we haven't heard anything from Jordan. We're going to sub in Jordan Tresky at some point, but not yet. All right, let's just do it.
We're gonna start a live recording, by the way.
Wait, what is
So
this?
that's why you're gonna
Okay,
hear
we
us
don't
do
even
an
know. We don't
intro.
even know. Yeah. So YouTube listeners, you'll still be here, but audio listeners are about to get tapped in whenever they listen to this. Okay. Hey there. Welcome to the Eurostep. And, I messed it up. We're live, though. I can't redo it. Welcome to the GSPN
You could have
2024.
restarted.
No. It's live. It's live. No, it looks so silly. We're live on YouTube. This is the pod. I'm not gonna, for all the YouTube folks, hey, let me try it 5 times. The Bucks pick will be over. We're going live. We're presented by Prize Picks. They have their stuff together a lot more than we do. I'm Ty Windish, joined by my podcast compatriot, Rohan Kadi, special guest Andrew Snyder, who's already, I think, successfully grieved the Hornets taking a guy named Saloon with the 6th overall pick. We are here in real time recording as the Bucks are 1 pick away. We just learned that Eves Missy, the intriguing center, is going to be taken. I think we're still a pick away, but by the Pelicans at 21, which has been a very popular mock. Rohan and I's guy, Kel'el Ware, off the board. Very sad.
Crushing.
Don't know who the Bucks are going to take. My top guy's still on the board. I feel like I'm going to get that famous heartbreak of the Bucks going a different direction, but as we always start our pods, Rohan, Andrew, how's it going?
You know, I'm doing not great because Kel'el Ware's not here.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I just want to see what happens now. I'm here out of morbid curiosity. The room I stay in, or my office, I should say, is
No,
always
you live
like,
there now.
yeah, I live here. Is always 10 to 15 degrees hotter or cooler than the rest of the house. So I'm boiling in here, and I'm just ready to see what happens.
We have no idea what's
so
going to
are
happen.
We have
We
no
don't.
idea.
It could be Daron Holmes. It could be Keyshawn George. It could be Filipowski.
My number one Jake Simpson S in the chat was Keyshawn George. I'm very high on him. He is a young, I'm not going to do the full scouting report because I don't think they're going to get him, but a young, big-ish wing, 6'7" with a plus wingspan, who grew up a guard, one of these famous stories. So he's got ball handling chops. He can drive, a legit shooter, I think. I really like his potential. He is my number, I think our probably combined number 1 player on the board. Other players we've talked about, Bobby/Bobby Klintman is here. Tyler Smith is still here. Daron Holmes is still here. Kevin McCullough. These are not names I'm super excited about.
No.
Johnny Furphy is still here.
No.
And the dreaded Kyle Filipowski is still here.
He's the only real center aside from Holmes left on the board. And if the Bucks take him, you will not hear from me. I'm going to take another. I took a lap for those who are not
Yeah, he
who are
did
listening
get
to
up
the
and take
podcast.
he actually literally took a lap earlier.
Yeah, when the Heat drafted Kel'el Ware, I will do that again. Not if if, knock on wood, the Bucks take Kyle Filipowski, because I'm not ready for this. But we're here. We're reacting live, real time. We've got the latest pick that was reported, as Ty mentioned, was Yves Missi to the New Orleans Pelicans at 21. So now we just have to see what the Suns do, and then the Bucks are on the clock. I think technically the Pelicans are on the clock still, but whatever.
I don't even know if I don't even think the Cavs pick is in. It's not been announced yet on the draft tracker. So yeah, we've got probably some time. Although Shams went a pick ahead before, so this is a very trade rumored pick. This Suns pick that they would trade down. So that's a possibility here that we'll just have to see about. I'm trying to find Gavoni's mock to see how correct he's been. ESPN's Jonathan Gavoni did mock Filipowski to the Bucks. So I'm kind of worried that, like, let's see, like, how right were you on the rest of this, right? How much should we fear this being reality? Earlier today, based on new intel, the top 4 are right. Way off starting at 5, though, thankfully. Buzel is 5, he dropped. Connect 6, he dropped. Cliggan 7 was accurate. Saloon 8 was wrong. Cody Williams 9 wrong. So, okay, I feel a little better. Actually, very few of these are right. I'm not dunking on Jonathan Gavoni, but it just makes me feel better to see, like, how scary would it have been 1 through 20 are all correct. Like, no, he's too good.
That's what Mike Schmitz would have done.
Yeah, it probably is.
Some draft express beef, I guess.
I have a top 3 order of preferences as someone that may be a Bucks fan in the near future, and at the least, someone that's a member of the GSPN family. Number 1 is you guys get who you want in Keyshawn George. Number 2 is Holmes, who I really like as a fit, especially in a reality where Bobby Portis may no longer be on this roster anymore. Yeah. I think he kind of fits in nicely. Number 3 is for content purposes, and it's Bronny James. So,
oh my God,
that's my order of preference.
You know what? I'd take it.
If they draft Bronny, we just go through and start reading LeBron James stats. That's what we 100%. Do for the rest of the pod.
100%.
Yeah, Collier, who we thought it was funny, he was in our eligible players to talk about list, is probably going to be here, at least a solid chance. So that's pretty
Do the Suns take him?
I mean, Kolek to the Suns has been, outside of a trade, has been like the most mocked thing for them to do.
But like,
which I think does make sense.
Is Collier a better fit?
Oh, Kenny Atkinson, 5-year deal. Kenny wanted to wait and see. Kenny's
Whoa, like, this is not the time.
Kenny said, who are you bringing in?
I thought it was going to be James Borrego.
No, Jalen Tyson and Kenny Atkinson are a package deal.
Interesting. Just not the time, Woj. I'm on edge right now. I'm on edge.
He's been quiet for a lot of the draft. That must be what he's working on.
Cool. No one cares right now. I'm feeling the stress now. I'm feeling it. I feel my blood pressure rising. I feel everything happening because I feel like
do you want me to calm you down?
No, quick? I'm okay. I'll be okay. I feel like they're going to take Filipowski, and I'm upset about it.
None of this matters. Giannis and Dame.
Exactly, which is why you don't take Filipowski.
Here's a question I have.
I'm just saying anyone at this pick doesn't matter.
If they don't take a center, do the chances flip noticeably on if either Brooke or Bobby get traded?
I think so.
I don't think you want to trade Brooke Lopez and have Adam Bona or Andre Drummond.
If you don't take a center, it's Bobby who's more likely to be traded.
I would Bobby and Pat package if you can duck the second apron. We'll see. Or do they trade the pick? That's always an option.
It is. I'm frantically seeing if I'm getting new tweet notifications. Jake Fisher has been iffy. Jake Fisher ruined my life.
He did.
He said the Heat were taking Jared McCain, and it's like, no, by the way, they're taking your guy, Kel'el Ware. Now we're here.
Yeah, that was rough. Jordan Tresky's getting set up.
Yeah.
We're
leaking our chat right now.
The reliever. Oh, I don't know what we're gonna do without Andrew though. I feel like
I know we should make this a format.
I'm gonna be in the chat. So what's gonna happen?
Oh. What if the picks comp is TA? Who's
That's
the
the
most
greatest.
TA player on the board?
That's the best pick ever, I think.
I think.
Listen, I don't know.
I'm getting a little concerned. AJ Johnson's pretty TA.
Oh God, not AJ Johnson.
AJ Johnson was Sam Vecini's mock. We have not our day of mocks, which usually there's some sort of insight, have not been good to the Bucks. It's
No.
AJ Johnson and Kyle Filipowski.
This draft has been as wild as we thought it was going to be. Not maybe in terms of
Yeah.
trades outside of Minnesota, but
Yeah.
it has been a wild draft.
And technically Portland and Washington.
Yes, day up.
What if it's Daddy A? I don't like any of the raw guys. Like I didn't even dig that deep. It's like I don't want a raw player in the first round. They need to win this year.
Exactly. Like you already have some raw players on your roster.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to add. You need players who can contribute.
Exactly.
Oh,
This is scary. I mean, it's a late 20. It's a like early 20s pick, late first round pick. We probably shouldn't be, but this is what we do. We get so invested into this.
Carlo in the chat saying we can either get Keyshawn George or Deron Holmes, and I'm sorry to burst your bubble, my God, but there's a good chance they might not take either. That's just how this works.
It looks like Jordan's ready. So I'm gonna slip out so he has a box on the YouTube. And Jordan's gonna slide in. Great talking to you, fellas. Big fan of all you do online. And I'll see you next time.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Exactly.
Bye,
Thanks,
Andrew.
All right, let's see if we
I
can
miss
do
him
this
already.
correctly. I know, me too.
I miss him already.
I think Jordan's gonna pop. I'm on the screen twice. Okay, it's fixed.
We got
Jordan's
Jordan
here.
Tresky in here
We did
now.
it.
We are live recording this podcast. We're live on YouTube. We got Jordan
Yeah.
Tresky in here now. Jordan, welcome to the
Jordan.
pod.
Jordan, you're in front of 150 people.
I just saw that number. That is ridiculous. Why are people doing that?
Jordan, they were waiting for you. It's gonna skyrocket now. Love the hat.
Oh, thank you. It's a new one to the collection. Don't tell me what.
Oh no, it's Jake Fisher. Deron Holmes, Denver
No.
trade up. Denver trade up for Deron Holmes.
So he did have a promise at Denver.
He had a trade up promise?
Or maybe they did have a promise at Denver, but Milwaukee was going to take it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Wow.
All right, here's where I try to talk myself out of getting excited about Keyshawn George.
Here's where I leave if they take Kyle Filipowski.
You got to stay. We got a whole pod to do.
Jordan's here now. It's fine.
You're not making Jordan do the Filipowski pick.
Filipowski, it's fine.
3 seconds and 28 for 22.
3 seconds and wow. Good
That's
for
a lot.
Phoenix. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good haul from Phoenix.
I mean, I think Denver definitely thought Holmes wasn't going to make it, right?
It's only one this
Yeah.
year, though. It's 2 future ones and then 56 this year.
Oh, that's okay. Less good. Less good.
But still, that's a tradable asset now. You got 2
That's
future
what I was gonna
seconds.
say.
That is definitely.
Jordan, you've missed, you haven't been here for this part of the draft, so we haven't been able to hear your takes. What are your takes on this draft so far?
It does see. I feel like every year it's like, oh, it's unpredictable. It's all blah blah blah, and it's kind of. I feel like the last couple of years have been chalk. From what I've seen, the order tonight, it's a little different, but not like radically different. If that makes sense.
Couple big. So Connect falling really.
Connect
surprised
falling,
us.
Dillingham getting
Yeah.
traded in Minnesota was.
Those
see that
were
coming?
the two things I called as like the biggest shocks so far of the draft.
Yes, I would say I mean, we kind of all felt like Edie was gonna be a lottery pick, no matter
Yeah.
what. But there's 214 people watch. Why? What?
They're ready. They're ready for us to go crazy. It's even worse. So it's all Nuggets picks. So they're on 26, 31 plus 56. So probably pretty bad picks, you would imagine. So it makes a lot more sense now.
I see. I'm seeing James Chasser. He's saying no umbrella hat for the pick. I cannot disparage the umbrella hat for
That's a
the
playoff
23rd.
hat.
It's a playoff hat.
Not the 23rd overall pick.
You didn't wear it for Thon, did you?
No. Oh no.
Okay.
Don't talk about my guy like that.
Hey, man,
It was a
I'm just
gleam in
saying.
my eye.
Get ready, chat. Let's
The
put
Bucks are on the clock.
Keyshawn George.
Are they on the clock?
Saucony.
Yes, you'd be correct.
It still says pick is in Phoenix for me.
I don't think they're officially on the clock yet.
Not officially, but in terms of Twitter,
Yes.
kind of like real
Yeah,
time.
they're on
yeah, 100%, yeah.
This is the time. This is the time for us to really see what the future direction of this franchise is. I mean, you don't have a first next year.
Nope. Gut check. What are the chances this pick gets traded right now?
I don't think they.
I think decent.
I think
I don't
20%.
think they can.
I'll say
I
20.
really don't.
Yeah, I guess it's probably not that much. Unless someone's really excited. Well, Isaiah Collier, still on the board. Pretty intriguing prospect. Does someone really want Isaiah Collier?
That's the question. That's why I'd say 20% right now.
I can answer not that much because we're at the 23rd pick and he's still here. So someone doesn't want him that much.
That's true. Every time you say, oh, and then I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, Isaiah Collier. It's like, okay, 22 teams have said no. So not that desired.
Are there any other bigs that intrigue?
Not really.
We're scared of Filipowski.
We're very scared of Filipowski.
Bobby Klintman, a big wing, not a true big. And then you're really looking at either Adam Bona or Tyler Smith.
I was going to say, I feel like Tyler Smith I've had a sensation that
I don't even think he's like he's not like a true big, but like.
No, he's very, Jonathan
like
Wasserman
big three.
For Bleacher Report compared him to Channing Frye, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
But like,
which is a useful player. That's a useful player at that spot.
I think more athletic.
But doesn't know how to play basketball well.
Rohan, you forgot
big issue.
Channing Frye, 2005, he was a bucket. You know what I mean? That's what the kids say, right?
Channing and Rich being old guys, when a lot of people remember them, has done a disservice to what those guys could do once upon a time. Bucks, Richard Jefferson, one of the highest scoring players in Milwaukee Bucks history. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
19
went to the finals
per game.
Twice in a row.
Richard Jefferson Bucks commercials are a treat if you ever want to look those up.
Richard Jefferson is not who I thought we'd be talking about as the Bucks are on the clock, but here we are.
ESPN
Richard Jefferson wore 24.
Dunn is an option here. Like, I don't like it, but I think it's an option.
I think it's an option.
It could happen.
Yeah.
Furphy is certainly an option. Again, my thing with Furphy is like, what does he do at a high level besides be 6'8"? I don't know.
Not going to the Furphy convention. Is that what you're implying?
I'd have to. I hope it's not him because I don't know how much we have to say about Furphy if it is him.
I saw Ben Simmons Basketball Reference pulled up, and his first nickname is Simo the Savage. That's not true.
Ben Simmons?
Why do you have? Oh, because we talked about him earlier.
Free throw.
When I saw that he was still in the Nets, I was like, oh yeah, he's a basketball player, I guess.
Well,
is he?
in title. Kelly
Iko
is saying the Milwaukee Bucks are selecting AJ Johnson with the 23rd overall pick. Sources tell The Athletic.
No, they're not.
Please
they're not.
Wrong. Please.
No, that can't be true.
Come on. Dude.
No.
I think that's such a bad pick if that's the pick.
No, there's no way.
How did you even see an Iko bomb?
Do you have Iko tweet notification?
I just went to the homepage on Twitter and it refreshed to that.
Tell me it's fake.
Sam Vecini had it right. His last update had that
Kelly
at 23
did say that.
Oh no!
And he's had him at 33.
I'm praying. This
please
is a
be
Jake
wrong.
Fisher
Please be
situation.
wrong. Please no.
Please have to apologize.
No, this is not. This is code red.
This is worse than Filipowski.
No, it's 100% worse than Filipowski. What are we doing?
He's not ready to play.
This guy averaged 3 points a game in Australia.
He's got a close relationship with Jalen Green.
What does that mean, Ty? What does that mean for the Milwaukee Bucks? Who cares?
Part of the plan.
This is bad. That's a bad pick.
2.9 points and 1.3 rebounds.
Can't shoot either.
He's 6'5".
This is a bad pick.
Have we gotten any more confirmation?
No.
I'm praying on Kelly.
Please
Iko's
be
downfall.
wrong.
I'm praying on Kelly.
Please pull a Jake Fisher.
Kelly Iko's downfall. I mean, Island Time, who's Australian and watched Australia, they used him horribly. I'm sure they did. That's like I need a better. I need more than this in the first round. I mean, how many Raw players can you have? You Google AJ Johnson, there's an actress that comes up before him.
That's not a good sign.
It's not even the most famous AJ Johnson.
That's the worst.
Did they draft her?
What was she in? What work was she in?
Let me look.
What? No, wait.
She's been acting since '87.
What are we doing?
I don't want to talk
She's
about
61.
AJ Johnson.
She was in a house party.
What's the house party?
Oh, I forgot.
What are we doing?
Adrienne Joy.
No, I refuse to believe that this pick is AJ Johnson. You don't get first round picks very often. You
Touched
don't.
by an Angel.
What?
She was in that too.
She was in what?
Touched by an Angel was a show on
What
CBS
the hell is
for a while.
that?
It's not a great sounding series name, but that's what it was called. It was the 90s. It was a different
Oh
time.
my God.
Oh,
You
yeah,
don't get a first round pick very often, and you get someone who you could have gotten at the end of the second round.
Ian and Jarby are right. They're just obsessed with guys named AJ.
This is
It worked twice, and now they're just all in. So Sam Vecini's very high on this player.
32nd
good for
on
Sam
his big
Vecini,
board.
man.
I'm
not very
the
high
draft
on this
right now.
player.
Look at the draft right now. I'm getting intel. I'm getting intel that the Bucks war room looks lame. Are they showing it right now, Rohan?
Who said that?
Mrs.
I wasn't
Eurostar.
looking.
My wife. We missed it.
Wait,
Apparently, it
did
looks
he
lame.
really? Someone just put in the chat that he went to the Donda Academy.
He
No,
tried
that
to.
can't
He
be
tried to. He tried to, and then
Yes,
What are
he
we
did.
doing here?
Yes, he did. That
What are
is
we doing?
hilarious. Holy shit!
What are we doing?
I think he was. I think he had to leave after Kanye did a Kanye thing.
So are you saying this is Kanye's fault?
This is probably Kanye's fault. Yeah.
This is bad.
I miss the old Rohan. Kel'el Ware on the board, Rohan.
Oh my God.
He went to Miami, right?
Yeah, don't keep saying it.
Fucking Ware
Yeah.
went to Miami. Is that what?
Yeah. Of course.
Hashtag
Sorry
sorry,
about
Ty.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's a. We're I think we're past that now.
This is ridiculous. This is
We still don't have it locked in.
no. It's like it's not shit. I'm waiting.
I
It's
feel
very
like-
early. That was a very early. But I don't.
I feel like when I try to have hope, like maybe it's in like the like I feel like
It's
Doc,
not.
we were
It's
all
going
like,
to
maybe
be.
not. Yeah. I
This
feel
is
like it's
two
gonna be.
different people.
Well, only one's reported it.
Only one has reported it. Shams
Oh, I
is
thought you
now
said
saying-
Vecini.
No,
report.
Shams got it.
Shams has got it.
This is
Fresno, California worked out well the last time.
This is brutal.
this
Let me
is
see
bad. This is
Guard
really
wing
really
from the
bad.
Illawarra Hawks. 19 years old. Born December 1, 2004. 6'4", 167 pounds. I just don't think he's going to be ready to play. The close
No,
relationship
not a
with Jalen Green is the first note here, too. That's not good. People have to keep leading with this.
What does that even mean? Like
They're
who
close.
cares?
Oh, because he played with his AAU team?
Yes.
What are we doing?
He played for Woodland Hills Taft. And then he tried to go to Donda.
Yep.
Then
Love that.
anti-Semitic remarks. Then he went to Southern California Academy. His scoring dropped off. Didn't adjust well. Lone 5-star player in the class who didn't get to go to the McDonald's All-American game. Then he committed to Texas. Then he decommitted to Texas. Then he went to Australia. And he sucked in Australia.
And he's like, you know what? First round
And he-
pick by the Milwaukee
and
Bucks.
he played for Jason Tatum's dad.
Was he on the Next Stars?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, that makes sense. Decommitted from Texas.
He decommitted from a lot of places.
This is a massive swing. A massive, massive, massive swing.
That's
That's
what's the point
likely
of this?
going to be a miss.
Is this guy ever going to be good when Dame is on the roster?
No. There's no shot.
I mean, yeah.
He's
There's absolutely no shot.
6'4" with a 6'8.5" wingspan, extremely skinny, but the frame is promising. This is Vicini. This is not my scouting report, to be clear. Sam Vicini at The Athletic. Terrific fluidity, great out of his crossovers, decelerates, first quick step, coordinated athlete, didn't get discouraged even though he sucked all year. Bet on tools, not production. Can fill it up as a shooter. Needs to get stronger. Didn't shoot it well this year. There's a lot of looked good and then didn't go good in this, which I don't love. Was a good defender, picked up in the backcourt, screen navigated, blew up things with athleticism. But then the first sentence under weaknesses. Johnson is nowhere near ready to play on an NBA court physically right now. He was not ready to play on an NBL court physically because of how skinny he was. I'm skeptical that he'll be ready for NBA competition within the first 2 years of his career. Then what's the point? I don't get it.
They're like, you know what? They said that stuff about Giannis. Let's do it again. Except no.
Yeah.
Kevin O'Connor. Wow, a few weeks ago after the combine, there were rumblings AJ Johnson would go first round, but that died down. And here it happens. Huge upside swing. Surprised the Bucks did it when they're trying to win a title now, though. Don't like it for them.
Yeah.
It's a bad trade. It's a bad trade. It's a bad pick. It's a bad pick.
Washington's getting Kaishan.
He's walking up on stage. I'm watching him.
AJ?
Yeah.
Did you hear that Kaishan's going the very next pick?
Keyshawn?
I don't even know if he was ready to play, but I think a lot closer than AJ Johnson.
Kristen Peak, who has been very
she had the Hornets pick 6 hours before the draft started. It was the first pick locked in.
She her tweet or X. AJ Johnson has been in the gym with Jalen Green since 8th grade.
Why do we keep hearing about Jalen fucking Green? Who gives a shit? Stop it.
Trust the process.
Who cares? Stop telling me about Jalen Green. I'm sick of this.
Johnson.
They share the same trainer in Thrill Hill 5.
Oh,
he's a
nice.
6'6" guard who can create off the dribble, tremendous athlete, and huge upside.
If I hear Jalen Green one more time, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Love this pick for Milwaukee. I've been high on AJ all season.
Listen, I want to eat my words.
Makes a good point. KOC is wrong a lot with the draft.
I want to eat my words so much.
I'm just gonna say right now, it's not a Bucks draft where unless if you feel like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah. I mean, except for Marjan. That's really the only time when there was a guy that we liked on the board and they actually took him. Otherwise, they never do. But it usually doesn't work out.
Trading up for Ajax.
That's not comforting to me. Yeah, we just had no expectations that day.
No expectations, low stakes.
And that one worked out.
I know it's stupid, but when it's first round, and now, I mean, the NBA kind of leaned into this more just based on how they're presenting it now. But it is different when it's a first round pick. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I mean, these are some of your best swings. I mean, this is a team that they're not going to have cap space, right? They're not even going to have close. They probably won't even have the mini MLE. So it really, you just don't have that many ways to add talent unless you're going to make a big trade, which we haven't heard anything about that yet. And now, again, like we talked about, I'm trying to remember if Jordan was here or not, less likely that there's going to be a Brook Lopez trade now. Kel'el Ware's not walking through that door. Neither. It's not going to be.
There's no Bobby Portis trade either. Where's your big win?
I mean, I think you could not Bobby Portis either. I mean, I think you can still trade Bobby Portis, but I think who's starting at the 2 right now? Andre Jackson Jr. Did they just do this so Ajax would look more polished comparatively? They're like, we're not starting a raw player. Our first round pick is our raw
Chris
player.
Livingston, your guy, looks like Hakeem Olajuwon.
Chris Livingston looks like he could eat AJ Johnson. And
everyone on the Bucks looks like they could eat AJ Johnson.
Would need a snack in a couple hours too.
I mean, I will say if this does mean that they're high on one of AJ, Marjan, Ajax, or Chris Livingston, not just being a rotation player, but making that next step.
Really playing, starting, yeah.
I don't hate it. I don't know. The one thing is throughout this draft, especially with where
The
the class
Knicks made a
was.
trade apparently.
Who
Yeah,
made a trade?
they traded the pick to Washington
Oh,
for
sorry.
Keyshawn.
I'm so
yeah,
out
yeah.
of it.
Yeah, the
But
Wiz got
they'll be
Keyshawn
back
one
on the
pick
clock.
later.
I was gonna say they're back. They basically just moved down
One.
2.
Well, they still have another pick, right? They were going
Yeah,
2
so
in a
they're
row.
still back to back. It's just how they flip.
That's hilarious. They probably keep trading, right? They have
They're like the
25 and
Celtics last
26. Yeah. 4 straight trades. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's the positive spin is the pick is so far away from helping that it means the young guys on the roster have to. We talked about this. Is it more likely one of the young guys gets traded now, especially if they use 33 too? I mean, I assume they're bringing in some sort of vets at some point.
They got her.
You have to. You just took AJ Johnson at 23. Of course, they're bringing in a vet. What is it? What else are you gonna do?
I just don't get the idea of this. Like
Exactly. What's the thought process?
if he's a good player in 2 years, that's just like does not feel like it helps you very much. So I saw someone in chat, and I've gotten a tweet too. Like, could they just be trading it? The buzz has been that they like him. I mean, that was very strong. And again, at 33, sure, and that's still a solid pick. But like, you want to take your shot at like Livingston last year was the last pick in the draft. Take a project. I don't care. Somebody was arguing with me today and said, "Oh, you're happy when they got Ty Washington, but you don't want to take Ryan Dunn." Ty Washington was free. Like a first round pick is a lot different than a 2-way, which is nothing. Zilch,
And
three of them.
just someone who's available to sign, right?
Yeah, just
You're not using an
just
asset.
completely free. You get one first every 2 years, and you'd hope this is one of their higher firsts they'll get to use, but maybe not. We'll see.
This is this is bad.
Jonathan Gavoni talked about AJ Johnson. This is from basically Ogun Ulick.
What?
He's
What are you saying
Australian.
right now?
He's an Australian basketball insider.
Oh, okay.
He cropped what Jonathan Gavoni talked about AJ Johnson. He said he's dripping with talent. Question is, how much patience does a team have to develop him and develop his body? He's nowhere close to playing in the NBA games, just like he was nowhere close to playing in an NBL game. But the NBA draft is all about potential, and AJ Johnson has a ton of potential. Oh, I should also mention
Giannis.
I should also mention that he has practiced with Jalen Green since 8th grade.
Does it say that on there?
No.
Oh. I should also mention, during the last time I interviewed him, Jalen Green called him, and he picked up.
The Bucks that called Jalen Green like, oh, if you haven't heard, I'm looking at the YouTube because we're obviously ahead of it, and I just saw that Rohan left. I was like, where did he go? Because I was reading it. That was great. That was awesome.
Yeah, Rohan left again.
I don't mind the ambition. I will say I don't mind the ambition.
I mind it.
But if you're about trying to pick a player or prospect that helps your current state of affairs,
or at least is closer. Like I think Klintman's kind of a project, but like you could see the vision of him playing within a year or so. I mean, I wouldn't have been very excited about Shireman, to be honest. Like I wouldn't be that much madder. They might take him at 33 again. Even Philip.
I was just saying the fact that they have an early second rounder, kind of.
Yeah, we'll see what they do with it. I mean, that could salvage it. We see this all the time.
You would hope
across
so. I'm
sports.
back, by the way.
Yeah, welcome back.
Welcome back.
You did that on purpose, Jordan.
I did. I couldn't resist.
Oh, this is the most upset I've been about a Bucks draft pick.
We should have seen
Maybe
it coming
ever.
more.
Are you
We should have
serious?
seen it
Really?
coming more.
I can't think of the last time I was this upset about a Bucks pick. Maybe Rashad Vaughn. Actually, I talked myself into Rashad Vaughn.
Yeah,
I
my
thought I
guy.
remember.
No, I love Thon.
Oh,
I hated the Thon pick at the time. I
I
thought
love the Thon pick.
it was kind of similar to this, honestly, because AJ Johnson moved up a lot in like the last week.
Yeah, that's
The
a
Thon-
lottery pick, number 10. This is 23.
yeah. I was gonna say
that makes the Thon pick worse, Rohan.
it makes it worse. Yeah.
Listen. Listen.
The Knicks are trying to move 26 while using 25 right now. Oh, I just dropped my phone. I threw it. Oh,
Robbie,
God,
I
that's
would
right.
never do such a thing.
Vecini mocked AJ Johnson at 23 and Oso Iguodaro at 33. Please. Please, no. Come on. I mean, I don't hate Oso, but I don't like him on the Bucks. It feels Mamu-esque to me. Like, what does he do on a team with Giannis and Brooke and Bobby?
At least with Mamu, I knew he could score, but
Yeah.
Iguodaro doesn't really do that. He's a nice passer. Like he also
He's a
I mean,
perfect fit on a team that already has a lot of a lot of scorers.
Yeah.
But probably not one with Giannis, though, right? Like,
Probably not.
I don't know where he's going to stand.
Well, I tried to find where KOC ranked AJ Johnson.
You're scrolling down for a while.
On his big board, he put him 54th.
I mean, yeah, he scored 3 points per game in Australia. He's like all potential.
Honda Academy?
Yes. He was the only non-McDonald's All-American 5-star recruit in his class. Not of all time.
I was gonna say of all time. That's crazy. That's just selecting you out of everyone. Like, no, every single 5-star recruit has been an All-American in history except for you, H.
I think there's 12 players on the board right now I would have rather had.
I think so. I think that's fair.
I mean, Collier made no sense to me, but I would have rather had him.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Like any better prospect. Like okay, so let's talk this. Let's say AJ Johnson just fully pans out, is amazing, is incredible. How does he?
I'll be happy.
Like, what do the Bucks look like then?
It's like the Utopia meme, like flying cars and tube mass travel.
Giannis will be 35.
Yeah. That's the whole thing. Like, why do we care about 2020, what would it be, like 26-7 season? Or even beyond that?
Well, that was like when I saw that Dillingham got traded for like a 2031 pick or something like that.
Yeah, that's what Rohan
I'm just
said.
like,
to
are
me.
you
I was like,
what?
I don't know about a first. Rohan's like, well, I'll be gone. Doesn't matter. Trade them all.
Yeah.
The vibes aren't great.
Eric Name
If I
has
see an
a-
article dropped.
Yes, I'm reading it right now. League source told The Athletic that Johnson impressed Bucks officials at a workout before this year's combine.
Yeah, because he was the one prospect that worked out for him.
Daddy Gang going at 25.
Really? Dottie 25?
Yeah. To New
Okay.
York. Pretty surprising.
Really?
Yeah. Why do I not see this article? What is going on with The Athletic?
It's like the live.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
I weigh more than him, somebody said on Twitter. I think everyone in Wisconsin weighs more than him. He weighs 160. That's what our fourth graders weigh, which isn't good, but I'm just as a point of comparison.
Man might be hooping against some fourth graders. That's the playing time he's going to get. You're just going to have to pull up to a
Christ.
random park. As long as it's not a pickleball court,
Are there any left that aren't pickleball courts?
I hope.
There's a few.
I'm trying to read this article.
I'm trying to
Eighth
process
fastest. Eighth fastest lane agility, seventh fastest shuttle run, a fast vertical.
this. Cool. Can he play
pretty-
basketball?
Well, why does that matter?
We can-
Can he play basketball? That's what I want to know.
Thick Cheddar is now following me.
Shout out. What did you
I'm
say?
here to talk about anything but AJ Johnson.
I think
Yeah,
Cheddar's
there's
now
not
following me
much
too.
here.
Shout
Not
out
much
Thick
here
Cheddar.
in this article. Hollinger took a shot at the Bucks drafting, which I'm not going to argue with today. He's also surprised by the pick. From Vicini, if you have an undraftable grade on Johnson, I understand it. 23rd
Awesome.
overall. 23rd overall.
Awesome. That's awesome.
He compared him to G.G. Jackson, he was successful right away. G.G. Jackson also, though, is like probably weighs 2 A.J. Johnsons.
He's another guy. Like he wasn't. AJ Johnson was just there. He wasn't like invited to the green room for obvious reasons, but he was just there.
Vasily said he would like to take a flyer on him in the top 40.
He was
So at 33. I wouldn't have been super. Like I would be less.
I would have been fine at 33. It's gonna hurt if Keyshawn George is good.
Yeah, really is. Or if any of these other guys are good.
Yeah, Jake Simpson. Does it make you more mad that George went the next pick? For sure.
100%.
Like, again, if there was no one there we were excited about at all, it's like, okay, whatever. You know, to Jordan's point, we don't care. The draft sucks. Take a swing. You know, maybe we stash this guy for a year and he's a player. I mean, I would hope that was their thinking. But the thing that concerns me is this was, like, very predicted. And maybe they knew they weren't going to get where.
Do they stash
that's why
it?
they moved on. No, I don't think so.
No.
To score 2 points per game in Australia?
I mean, like, why not?
Just put him on the herd.
Yeah, I guess.
It maybe makes you cheaper if
But
you
like
stash him.
this is another roster spot. Like
It's kind of an expensive one.
exactly.
That's the other thing. If he's a second round pick, it costs less then. What if they do stash him?
It'd be smart.
Not really. I guess.
I mean, like it's not smart in general to take a first round pick and stash.
No. I think you don't because he needs to not just like get better. He needs to develop. Like I think you want him with Suki Hobson, right? Like you want him in the facility. You want him with the training staff, the dietitian. I don't think you can stash him.
You got to do the Giannis Stan treatment with him because a lot of it is just like, yeah. Don't tell Kevin Garnett.
Listen, I'm all with KG. I get it.
It's just I think for me it's like clearly they're betting on that they will find starting capable or rotation players, whether that's in the building or out of it right now.
Here's another question. Who was going to take him before 33?
That is what is always the big thing. Is that
anyone?
I think Washington is a late 20s pick. I could see that.
I was just say Washington definitely in there. I mean, what's his name? Daddiet? The Diet?
Daddier.
The Diet for France, like it's not like he lit the world on fire.
No, I think it would have been pretty similar.
He's a better prospect.
He's better prospect. He's more ready made for what it's worth. But like it would have been a very similar shot in the dark of like he has as equal of a chance of panning out or not. But I think Rohan's point is like which team would have been there to take that chance on AJ Johnson? And
I don't think anyone.
I don't think.
And if so,
33.
Okay.
I can't believe we have to wait until 3 p.m. tomorrow to find out what they're going to do with 33.
I love it. I'd rather be of clear mind to know that who they take rather than being like sleep for okay.
So why is this draft taking 3 hours?
Yeah, they're shopping this pick now.
Well, yeah.
Oh, we got the welcome to Milwaukee graphic.
He is very skinny.
He's very skinny. The Thunder are getting the 26th pick. They want more roster spots? Wow. I wanted Lou Dort, and I got AJ Johnson today. You don't always win. But you can win big on Prize Pick, America's #1 fantasy sports app, where all you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. Get in on the daily action with your friends and become part of the Prize Picks community today, where you can win up to 100 times your money with as little as 4 correct picks. You can turn your frown upside down, which we're going to have to do as we cope about the Bucks taking AJ Johnson. But the finals are over. The hoops action doesn't stop on Prize Picks, of course. Women's basketball is heating up. The finals there are still on the horizon. Stars like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese looking to make names for themselves alongside greats like Brandon Stewart and Asia Wilson. And again, you could win 100x your cash watching them ball out. And if you're into baseball, you could perhaps say, I am thinking Kyle Schwarber will have more than 9 hitter fantasy score. What does that mean? Don't know, but I could see myself clicking that button. You never know. Bryce Miller for more than 4 pitcher strikeouts. I do know that one. That's easy to calculate. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code Eurostep for a first deposit match up to $100. That's code Eurostep on Prize Picks for a deposit match up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. All right. Can we? Should I be on the bright side now?
Well, yeah. Let's
Yes.
get the copium going.
Okay, somebody who's got it.
What?
Who's got the coat?
Oh.
What is it?
Oh, I thought you did.
Somebody's-
Oh, I
No.
thought you were supplying copium.
No, what am I gonna say? Everyone's just saying Dylan Jones. Who's Dylan Jones?
What?
The Thunder are taking Dylan Jones at 26. I don't know who that brightened. I don't know. I have no idea who that is, to be honest. Good for the Thunder. They don't care. They really don't.
Why did
They'll
Jake
take the-
Fisher just tweet the eye emoji? Oh, it's a quote tweet. Okay.
It's a fucking eye,
Oh.
okay?
Sorry, I'm all over the place.
Well, there's something about a Corey Kispert trade here, and I was like, wait, what? And then, but it's just about OKC wanting a pick. Anyway, I mean, yeah.
No, seriously,
everyone's-
who's Dylan
I'm getting
Jones?
a lot of.
Okay.
I'm getting a lot of the Giannis pick work.
That's the Weber State guy, by the way. I think.
Oh, I think I briefly looked at him. First off, never compare anyone to Giannis because that's dumb.
Yes.
Like the best case, I mean, this guy could maybe help this year, but I'd be pretty shocked.
No, I don't think there's a reality in which he helps this year.
Maybe he can really bulk up. Maybe
He needs to go to
Maybe-
Germany for that.
maybe through Jalen Green. Do you think Jalen Green knows Al Horford?
Do you want me to leave again? Do you? I will. I'll do it again. What's stopping me?
OKC is sending 5 second-round picks to the Knicks for Dylan Jones.
I mean,
What's going on?
How about the Jay Crowder trade now, huh? Price of doing business. That's the thing about OKC, though. They have so many picks that you can just ask for more, and they're like, I guess.
AJ Johnson calls Jalen Green his brother.
Why? I swear, listen. We need to stop. Like I'm like we need to stop.
He's super athletic. He can maybe shoot someday.
Mhm.
And he's got a tight crossover. Those are good things. He's young. The 13th youngest player, which doesn't sound good at all.
That's not
That's
great.
not.
No, you picked
It's like
at
a-
23.
It's like an 80 player class. It's not that young. I don't think that's a thing to hold up. But he's young.
That it?
Like, the reasoning has to be, I think here's the copium, the real life, actual copium at 46 minutes in the pod. They clearly didn't like anyone on the board. I think that's it. I think they looked at the board and said, these guys are not helping us play next year. So let's get a guy who we think in 2 years could be very good versus like someone who's going to sit around for 2 years and never play. Cough, Marjan, cough. Maybe that changes this year. But like we talked about this issue, right? The Bucks have all these young wings, like Jalen Tyson. You take Jalen Tyson. What if he doesn't stand out more than their 4 young wings? Then what's the point? And he doesn't have a huge upside. Terrence Shannon Jr. What's the point, right? Like if he doesn't stand out versus the other Bucks young wings, is he ever going to play? AJ Johnson, like he's not going to stand out against them this year, but maybe in 2 years he's like clearly the best of the young wings. I think that's the case. And I disagree. Like, I thought Keyshawn George is good, but if that's the case, I understand. Sounds
And
like
to be
Moose
fair,
is saying
a lot of-
Vicini made a similar argument of like they were never going to play, so just take the swing.
Yeah. And to be fair, a lot of these guys that we're mentioning that
Oh, no.
what?
Look at the chat. Look at the chat. Look at JR in the chat.
Let's go.
Jalen Green was with AJ Johnson for the pick. Hey, Jalen Green to Milwaukee? I don't know why.
I am going to lose my shit. I have a personal
AJ Johnson,
vendetta
bro,
against Jalen
AJ
Green
Johnson has had Sunday night dinners at Jalen Green's house. So that's why. you draft him. No, I mean a lot of these guys that we're mentioning as like who could have been on the board.
Yeah.
Jalen Green's not even that good. Like,
He's still on the board.
He had a good couple weeks.
he's like, we're acting like he's the second coming right now. Like, what are we doing? That's like, it's.
I don't think Jalen Green being good matters here.
Why else would it matter if you keep mentioning fucking Jalen Green?
Because there's only so much you can say. He has 200 minutes of tape in the last year.
That
Terrence Shannon Jr. to the Wolves at 27.
I don't even know what to say anymore.
What do you think about the theory or the idea that they just weren't high on anyone here, didn't think they'd play anyway, so why not go for upside?
I think it's bad practice because I think there were more.
I think it's valid.
I think there were prospects here with higher upside and a higher floor.
Higher floor, I think, yes. I don't know.
I don't know. Higher floor.
What do you mean upside?
Right.
We don't know if this guy can play basketball. How can you assign an upside?
That's how upside works.
Okay, Ty, have you ever seen me play basketball?
No.
According to you, I could be Michael fucking Jordan.
Yeah, well, you're not that.
Well,
tall.
do you know Jalen Green?
He doesn't know Jalen Green. I've never seen Jalen Green around him. That's the differentiator. You know who knew Jalen Green is Marjan Beauchamp.
I was gonna say, not the same team though. I don't think for the defunct
the same Ignite
G League.
team.
Yeah, G League Ignite.
They were the same team, weren't they?
No, it was the year after.
Oh, well, never disregard.
Because Marjan was in junior college.
Yeah. So I guess maybe he didn't. Maybe that's why it hasn't worked out.
I think probably the biggest question, and I don't want to, disrespect his medical credentials, but is AJ Johnson going to develop under Doc Rivers?
Austin did.
He did.
No, he didn't. He came in as a vet. He resurrected his career. He didn't develop, but
no.
I don't know. I just think
but I don't know if it. He's got to spend at least a year just like getting bigger and playing in the. I don't think the Doc part of it really matters, at least for year one of this kid.
Yeah. Ryan Dunn just went to the Suns at 28, by the way.
Well, makes sense.
It's a good pick for the Suns.
That is a very good pick.
They need defense.
The draft and stash, we talked about this. I'd be surprised because I think you want him in your gym. I don't think you want him in Illawarra where he doesn't play and he's eating.
Put him on the same team as Hugo Bassan. Actually, no, that team doesn't exist anymore. I don't know where Hugo Bassan's going to play.
Where in the world is Hugo Bassan? Next segment.
Because that's Wemby's team. I think they.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I think they're done. I think they stopped playing. Like they're not a team anymore.
He signed. Oh no, this is this year. I forgot that's this year.
Listen, here's the copian. Here's the copian. John Horst has a lot more experience with basketball than we do.
Wow, no, don't go there. So does Isaiah Thomas. I don't like that case.
Okay, well, I'm down. I'm out then.
You don't like our thing at all? I think Jordan's with me a little bit here. Except for the
I have gone through so many Bucks drafts of I mean, it's the last 10 years really, save for a couple of exceptions where they try to find these guys that you think that can fill a need now or even minutes now, and it doesn't work. And like Malcolm Brogdon is the pinnacle of that for them. And it really worked out. That doesn't mean it can't still work out right now. Like they are in a similar position where they can draft at 33. I think for sure whoever they pick at 33 is going to contribute more than AJ Johnson does over the next 2 years.
Now I wonder if they're going to use it though.
I think they are. I just don't. A lot of the smoke that we heard this week, I just thought it was very just like, okay, I know those things are out there. I just don't see them moving the needle. And obviously, we'll see if they have to duck under second or third aprons.
Oh, guys, is day 2 gonna be Pat and 33 out the door? That'd be a bummer.
It would be.
I don't know. But I just think I don't know.
I mean, the whole like they don't think anyone else can contribute thing does kind of go out the window if then they take someone at 33 who they play.
Yeah.
It's all and it's all
guys like
really
Keyshawn
too.
George plays.
Yeah. If he's
It's
good, it's
really-
gonna hurt.
Well, he's just gonna have more of a role too, so it's gonna hurt right away. Because he went to Washington, right? They
Yeah.
traded for him. That team's gonna be dog shit too.
Yeah.
But I think for me, it's like we don't know. A lot of like the last week is just kind of nailing down the intel of where people are gonna go. You know what I mean? So in terms of just how the board is gonna shake out, if you feel confident that your guy is gonna be what you feel is gonna be there at 23, and that you can kind of go on the back end and find someone that can, step in and maybe give you a little bit of minutes going into the next season or going into the first season for this rookie. I see it. I just think there's just a lot stacked against the Bucks of like the biggest difference, like comparing this to Giannis. I mean, we're not going to do that, but comparing this to like even Thon is that they were in a position to be like, we could still make this kind of swing given that they were not a playoff team the year before. They were in the lottery. They hadn't won anything of value, at that point. We're talking about championships. We're talking about things that everybody wants in the NBA. So that's where it's a little different in terms of just trying to build the two tracks of like how Golden State has, even though the Bucks are not, don't have that nearly high of draft picks on their hands.
It's also, I think it's a good point people are making. Would have rather had 5 second-round picks from OKC than AJ Johnson too. That's pretty valuable.
That is pretty valuable.
Yeah, that's a very
replenish the Crowder coffer immediately.
So you can go get Jay Crowder again.
Don't.
Who would you rather have on the roster, Jay Crowder or AJ Johnson?
AJ Johnson, 100%.
I think it's AJ Johnson.
Yeah,
that's our copium right there.
I can't do Crowder. What if they re-sign him right now?
Which is why you
Malik Beasley. If how about this? If AJ Johnson turns into the next Malik Beasley, is that a fine outcome? I think it would be at 23.
JR, what are you doing, man?
Because I wanted to get rid of him. What did JR do?
He tweeted me a photo of Jalen Green next to it.
Yeah, he said he was going to.
Ron, you realize what is going to be your life for the next couple of
Just Jalen Green.
Yeah. Isaiah Collier to Utah at 29, I really like.
Yeah, that's a nice swing. I like that swing.
I mean, yeah, this is a guy who 29 is tough for Collier.
He was, if I don't know much about the top of the draft or what was perceived to be like the top of the draft, but he was thought to be the first like top pick going into this draft class, like early on in the cycle, right? And then he went to USC,
he
which
fell
like
a lot.
no one goes to USC and it works out.
Only
Never
Juju
works
Watkins.
out. OJ
Yes.
Mayo is like the last one. Juju Watkins gonna solve that for the women's side. But
Yeah.
when was the last like really good USC? Someone's probably gonna like chime in and be like, "Oh, this guy." I'm like, "Oh,
Ronnie James."
Would that have been a better pick?
Yes, it would have been better content.
That's true.
you cannot."
I
No.
can't.
You cannot.
No, I can't.
say
I can't.
Better
I
content?
did. I did. What are you gonna do about it, Jordan? I did it.
Does Bronny
He's ready
James
to
know
fight.
Jalen Green?
Jordan would kick my ass in a fight. What
He
are we
probably
talking
knows
about?
everyone. He probably knows everyone. Bronny knows everyone.
That is very true.
Bronny, they could lead off with knows LeBron James, for example.
I would take that over Jalen Green. At least it's something of value, like
It is kind of weird how often it's getting brought up.
it's weird. And Bronny would sell out Oshkosh.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
if they
Oh,
play
are
there.
you kidding me?
That
That was
would've
what
been fun.
someone made that like argument like early on. They're like, I think it was Windhorst. He was saying
That
Ronnie
sounds like
James will have
Windhorst.
the most popular G League uniform in their history.
I
And
don't
I'm
think
just
they
like,
even sell them.
yeah, it's like Fanatics makes them, and you can see your nipples through them. Like, yeah.
No, there's a clip. Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like the Bucks need to add an impact wing player, or just like hope like hell that the young guys are just really good, man.
It's there. You're betting on the young guys, right? You're betting
Right
on
now.
you're betting on
CL,
AJ, Marjan,
They
and
saw the
Ajax.
Utah game. They saw the Utah game.
and
Utah
CL.
game.
Horst
and
was
CL.
rolling back the Utah game.
You know
said,
what?
"Damn,
This AJ
CL's
Johnson pick
CL's a
has me
guy."
high on the Chris Livingston train right now. He looks so much better by
Welcome.
comparison.
Welcome.
You've got me.
Although I thought CL was going to be pretty raw too, and he was kind of a baller right away. In the Utah game.
Oh man, is the
AJ Johnson's version is going to be the Fort
AJ
Wayne
Johnson
game.
is way too big for his suit, his suit is way too big for him.
I was going to say the first one can't be true.
Yeah, he cannot be too big for this.
He looks like he dropped in a lake and is standing there next to Adam Silver.
Okay, the first AJ Johnson that came up has 300 followers, and it says 6-foot point guard, weight 172. And I really had to be like, is this him?
It might
But this guy is 4 inches shorter and heavier. The next one is Ashley. I can't even find this guy's page. That's
Does he even have one?
I don't know.
AJ Johnson, come on the pod. Tell us why we're wrong.
I
I don't think he's going to want to do that.
Okay, what are our predictions going into day 2 then?
I kind of think they trade it. I don't know. I just like, what do you do with another young guy? If Adam Bona's there, I would like that. I mean, Tyler Smith, I guess there's guys like that where I'd be intrigued. But again, like, how much of your bench do you want to be guys who cannot play in year one? Because I don't know if Tyler Smith can play in year one either. He certainly won't if you still have Brooke and Bobby. I mean, there's no
absolutely
minutes
not.
then.
I think I think there's a trade coming. I think you traded for a future second, right? And this is the
Oh, Baylor Shireman to Boston.
oh
Perfect.
god.
Storybook.
Yeah.
Bobby Clitman drops to the second round. So, okay, so here's some more copium. They could totally lace the second round pick.
You think they go MBL? Both picks?
Furphy? Wait, Furphy's still there too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Furphy, Filipowski, Kolick, Clintman, Christie, Bona, Tyler Smith. I don't really like. I'm just reading down best available. That's not my board.
That's a pretty good list.
Like
That
Tyler
is.
Smith, Adam Bona, Bobby Clintman, any of those three, and they're guaranteed to have at least one of them on the board, I'd be pretty happy with. They did work out Juan Nunez. Please don't do that to me. We just did this with, who was the other guy? The fun point guard, pass first, didn't do anything else. Played summer league with the
Vildoza?
Bucks. Yeah, Luca Vildoza.
Oh, Vildoza.
I
That
don't
is
need to do Luca Vildoza.
That
again.
is exactly who I thought of.
It's the same player.
Yeah. I will say, I don't know. I think they go big. I mean, Sam Vecini hit the Oso at 33.
I'll be
I would
sick,
not.
man.
I don't think I would like that.
I would not like that.
Especially, I would feel more informed having watched Marquette over the last couple of years. And I don't think he's bad, but it's like,
He's not the 33rd best prospect in this draft.
I think talking with Newmark, I said, I think if he turned out to be like Kevin Looney, that would be
Kavan.
nice.
Kavan. Yeah.
Kavan, sorry. Kavan Looney.
Yeah,
Milwaukee's
I
own.
think, I think
How dare you.
Bona's got a good. I think Bona could be a player like that. And people really like Mogbo as well. He is a non-shooting, smaller big out of San Francisco. He's only 6'6", so I wouldn't be that thrilled. I like all of Bona, Smith, and Clintman. I think any of those three.
Oh,
We could still get Filipowski.
If the Bucks draft walking away from this is AJ Johnson and Kyle Filipowski, that's a waste. Might as well have not shown up.
God,
Forfeit the
that'd be
pick.
so
Adam
weird.
Silver
Would they,
should
would they
like,
both play with the herd all year?
Yeah.
Or would they trade a center? God, please
No,
don't trade Brooke
no,
Lopez and play
no.
Kyle Filipowski.
Why would you even say that out loud? That's bad
I
energy.
think
that's
based
been the
on
reporting.
their photos, I think Beno Udre, the current Herd
Yep.
head coach, he coached AJ Johnson during the combine scrimmages this year.
Intel. He knows Bano and Jalen.
Oh.
I feel like I coped it decently okay. I still don't like it.
I have not.
Don't like it at all. I give it a D, not an F, though.
Yeah. I'll say, yeah, I'll give it a D.
In terms of I have to do nuance. In terms of helping current Bucks team, I think it's an F.
Yeah,
In terms of inspiration of you feel like you have everything in place to maybe turn him into a player in a way that he progresses past the NBL, what he showed in the NBL, past what he will show in the G League and hopefully in the NBA. B plus.
It's a little high.
It's high, but it doesn't mean it's an upside pick. That's
It's a very surprising pick for them to make. I'll say that.
Very surprising.
very.
I do
Very
think it
surprising.
means they just thought the draft class kind of stunk.
Yeah, there were no more
Or-
good big prospects on the board.
Or they thought, or they're like, we kind of like Tyler Smith, but we think we can get him at 33.
And that's where I think this. I hate keep making this parallel, but like if it is a Thon Brogdon draft class, on the whole, that would help.
Yeah,
That'd be nice.
I mean, that'd be amazing.
That'd be awesome.
It would.
I think that
but
Maybe
is
you
in
just
play.
go get
That is in
Brogdon.
play.
Like Washington might
Yeah.
give him for free.
that is true.
Only if they buy him out.
Is he expiring?
I don't know.
I doubt it.
He did sign a extension at some point.
That was
but
with Indiana. I mean, it definitely wasn't Boston, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say that was.
He's expiring.
Yeah.
Wild.
I
He
mean, I
makes
think they'll try to-
22. He makes
They'll try
22
to
and a
trade
half
him
mil.
first. They'll try to
But
trade him first, but it wouldn't shock me if he got bought out.
do it before the season, Washington.
Yeah, the Bucks can sign buyouts before the season, but not during. Man, I am very, even though it was
I'm
like there was
perplexed.
the smoke. Vicini was all over this, by the way.
Yes.
There was the smoke, but I'm still very surprised this was the pick. I think I might like it better than Filipowski. I might be coming around there.
I think
I see a world best case in 1 year where AJ Johnson's a helpful NBA player. I don't know if I really see it with Filipowski. I'm just low on him.
I
Maybe
will
I'm
say
proven wrong.
a
Maybe
lot
this
of
will take
people.
him.
especially
A
on the
lot of-
Bucks, right?
A lot of people who are plugged in on draft and certainly have a better feel of the draft than I do. Just speaking personally, they are surprised. Like I've just seen Brad Rowland, who does like Locked on Hawks, and I feel like has good draft opinions. Felt like Filipowski not being taken in the first round is kind of a shock.
Yeah, I think position. He's like a tweener big. I feel like teams don't buy his shooting. He was a bad free throw shooter, even though the 3-point was okay. I just feel like he's in between a lot of things in a way that makes it hard to be a good NBA player. He's 6'10" with a slightly negative wingspan, so he's probably not going to be a great rim protector. I don't think he's switchable. I don't think he's an elite shooter. So it's like, okay, you have like great value Sabonis, maybe, but not nearly as good driving. Like I don't know what that gets you. We'll see. Maybe I'm way off on Philip. They call him Flip, and he proves me wrong. And again, maybe it's on the Bucks.
Philadelphia.
Flipadelphia.
This is not how I expected today to go.
I kind of did. I
Yeah,
feel like
this-
the trade deadline conditioned me.
It is a Bucks draft, as Jordan
It's
pointed out.
Bucks
a
earlier.
draft,
very
and
Bucks draft.
I mean, it is. We have no idea, like post
What else is
lottery,
going on?
post lottery, I don't know any of these how these guys are gonna pan out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's a tough thing.
it is. And that's why I said this earlier in my first Filipowski rant of the pod. Like, I could certainly be way wrong on him, and he could be good. Like, we never totally know. But at this point, the chances are that no one's good also, so that's not great either. This has been kind of a cursed pick going back to, I think, OG. I think everyone between OG and Anunoby and now at 23 overall stunk. I looked it up and then I just closed the tab. I think this isn't what I want to see. I want to see gems.
Chris
Dante
Murray,
was like the mid kind of like
Yeah, Chris Murray. Who
David
I guess
Roddy,
we'll see.
Usman Garuba,
These are just guys that exist.
Leandro Bolmaro, Darius Baisley,
Ben out of the league.
Darius Baisley, Aaron Holiday, OG, Ante Zizic, Rondé Hollis Jefferson,
I was a Zizic guy at one point.
Big
He was
Rod,
huge. Oh, Rodney Hood.
Solomon Hill, John
Wow.
Jenkins. Oh, here we go. Nikola Mirotic,
Oh, no.
Trevor
we were
Booker,
doomed from
Omri
the start.
Caspi, Costa Koufis,
Dude,
Wilson Chandler,
Omri Caspi was a bucket at one point on the Kings.
Josh Boone, Francisco
Never heard of
Garcia. Okay, I don't know. Tayshaun Prince,
Okay, he's going to be Tayshaun Prince. You heard it here. from
Deshaun
Rohan Toddy.
Stevenson.
Nah.
Yeah, it's less impressive than Tayshaun
Yeah.
Prince.
Yeah, you followed it like it was going to be a similar caliber of player. I'm hearing AJ Johnson has a DBZ profile pic on IG. I can't find him. Not a good SEO name.
No.
I found him. It's AJ Johnson 04.
On Twitter or on IG?
IG.
Maybe doesn't. He might be too young for Twitter.
AJ
Okay.
underscore Johnson 04. Oh, the first suggestion after AJ Johnson is you wouldn't believe it, but it's Jalen Green.
No.
Stop.
I'm looking at his stories. He just looks very tiny. Oh, Rohan. Big news. He shared a Hublot post he was tagged in.
Oh. Okay, I'm all the way in now.
He was one of 6 rising stars Hublot featured.
I'm all the way in now.
He was
If you got that
posted
Hublot sponsorship,
last in the graphic, but this is a good list. Jared McCain, Cody Williams, Ron Holland, Isaiah Collier, Devin Carter, and AJ Johnson.
ooh. Hey, Hublot, hit us up.
Elite company. Yeah, I think he had a good combine, right?
Yeah, that's the entire reason he's
Dude,
here.
his IG post, it's like pictures of him and then he mixes in like anime.
That's actually kind of sick.
And the
This guy is
turning
interesting.
around starts.
That's kind of sick. That's kind of sick.
At least the last one. The one before that, yeah, there's like an anime pig. These are old. He doesn't post very often, which I like that too. So there we go. We're excited about day 2. I coped. Jordan coped. Rohan's not coping.
No, Jordan's evil.
I should be more mad than you, because
Why?
my number 1 guy went the very next pick.
Yeah, that is fair. That is fair. You deserve to be more mad than I do.
But I know, like, there's just a chance he's not good. But if he is good, then it's a huge victory lap for me, akin to Malik Monk over Bobby Portis, which just continues to age well.
That did
And
age
not
well.
many others. And not many others. So I'm going to keep bringing that one up.
Oh, what's the last 23? Any 37? Oh, 37. Yeah. Sorry, Ty.
Not cool.
I know. Well, I mean, well,
You know who would never do this to his friends?
I will leave. Who's gonna do the outro? Do it.
AJ Johnson.
There we go. Okay. Oh, are we wrapping this up?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I have any other thoughts.
I
We're
have
about
no-
to hit-
I have no
we're
more
about to
thoughts.
hit 3.5 hours live on YouTube. Shout out to the 150 people still watching.
Yes.
I don't know if we've given anything cogent in the last hour. We don't love the pick,
No,
but I see the vision of the pick,
I don't.
even though I disagree.
I see what they're trying to do, but I disagree with the logic.
I do think the trade makes more sense based on they might. Here's the other thing, they really like him. I think that's pretty obvious because there were trade outs that teams did and they were profitable. They must be really high on this kid, which, given this front office's track record, does not make you feel that great, but clearly they believe.
As long as they can put a competent roster around Giannis, Dame, and Chris, that's what I care about. But this is not a step in the right direction.
No, I don't think so. Not this year, that's for sure.
Not this year. And guess what? This year is what matters. But we shall see. I hope we watch this back in a few years and think, hey, what a bunch of dumbasses these
I hope
guys
we
are.
watch this back in October and think that.
Yeah, I hope so too. I'm thinking more reasonably though.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm going to go watch Donda Academy highlights after this.
Yeah. Or the how do you say the Hawks?
Illawarra.
Illawarra?
You could watch all 234 minutes. It would take, that's what, like
I was gonna say
3 hours?
Max Kellerman boys.
4 hours.
I want Illawarra.
I want Iguodaro.
Ooh,
John
there we
Horst in
go.
the second round, apparently.
There we go.
It's an F draft for me if they take Oso at 33.
No, absolutely. But we will find out tomorrow. The draft is at the second round of the draft is at
3 p.m. Central.
3 p.m. Central for
Woo!
some reason.
Let's go.
It's weird. Here's my prediction. I don't think they do this again next year. I think it's just a one-day thing again.
Yeah, I feel like the ratings are going to be, it's just going to be sickos.
No, yeah, it's just going to be us.
Although this should be the best one ever because of Bronny.
Yeah. If the Bucks
You
would have
bet.
taken Bronny, I would have been happier.
No, I'm with Jordan. I don't agree.
I 100% would have been best.
AJ's 1 year away from being 1 year away. I think Bronny's 2 years away from being 2 years away. That's farther.
Yeah, but then there's a chance you get LeBron.
Is there?
I don't know, man. At least there's a chance. I mean, AJ Johnson doesn't get you any closer to LeBron.
You know who it does get you closer to, though?
Okay, and there we have it. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to this live recorded episode of the Eurostep here on the YouTube. Make sure you are subscribed if you're here watching. We appreciate everyone who's tuned in live. And if you're listening to this after the fact, we appreciate you as well. Make sure you go check out gspn.info where you can get a commercial-free version of all GSPN pods plus written content. Jordan's had some nice written content out recently.
Oh, yeah.
You can only access that if you subscribe. $8 a month. You can support us, get ad-free stuff, exclusive GSPN After Dark pod, written content, plus more. Make sure you check that all out at gspn.info. Make sure you subscribe to wherever you're listening to this or watching this podcast platform of choice or here on YouTube. Pod random. I never want to hear Jalen Green again. We'll talk to you next time.